And coming to you live from... I haven't thought this through. I did your intro and I messed it up.
As easy as it looks.
Is this what it feels like when you do LE jokes? Unprepared.
Yeah.
Yes, we are the CranKy Ducklings. Are we doing? Is this one of these guests again?
It might be.
Trapping each other.
It might be.
Yeah, so we are casting the NA Contender Season 3, round of 32. This is Group F. Here it says 4 fine players right here, which are going to be playing today. Do not be confused by the bracket on the screen. You had a bit of a confusion. This is not a GSL style bracket. It's a round robin bracket. So we're just going to keep track of players' scores on the screen right there. But all the players will be playing each other. We have 6 matches? No, 6. Yeah, 6 matches.
Threes. So we're just gonna... I think I decided that the way that we were gonna do this is we were just gonna play this bracket sort of out. And then, because, you know, this will give us 5 best of 3s. That leaves us with just one that we didn't cast yet, and we'll just go from there. This will affect seeding and who advances and who doesn't. So yeah, just ignore the winner's match and the loser's match and the decider's match. The only thing that you want to be looking out for here is map score.
Yeah, not map score. This is like, we don't have room for map score. This is
it's
match score. Match score. Yeah.
What?
Series score.
What? Anyway, we're gonna be jumping in straight on to our first best of 3. It is gonna be Yoyo versus Picur. And interesting thing about Yoyo here, Steel. They are in fact a random player, the only random player, if I'm not wrong, in the NA Contender.
And for those who don't know, I do have a soft spot for random players.
This is
accurate. Bias. Alright, everyone. Welcome to Simulacrum LE. Simulacrum, the baby formula for baby pirates. You know, if you want your baby pirates to have hairs on their chest, give them Simulacrum.
Yarhar.
The CranKy Ducklings organization does not condone giving alcohol to babies. In the northwest corner of the map, representing all inspiration, it is our green Zerg, Yoyo.
Ma.
Well, green random here is Zerg. I keep forgetting the random thing. Despite my affinity for randoms, sorry.
Well, it's an easy mistake to make when there are, you know, you have to spawn in this one of races.
Yeah. You want to do the other one?
Alright then, down over here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. We do.
It's not a Mac. We're a PC here. This is professional stuff.
Purple Protoss gonna be coming in all the way from that area of the map. It is representing Archangel Gaming. We have Picur. Not quite a picture, but you know.
Yeah. Well, what is that? What is that banner? I don't quite understand what the Archangel banner.
The Archangel banner
depicts. It's
the
like
Archangel.
It looks like a bunch of lungs to me, like a lung.
It's Tyrael.
Like a lung X-ray.
It's Tyrael. Yeah.
Why does he have like a spine? It looks like a lung.
It is bent over.
X-ray.
Or hunched over, I should say.
I can see it now, but it's still like a... Oh, it's a sword. It's hands holding a sword. Okay, that's...
Why did you say that was a...
It looks like a spine.
Does it?
Like, it looks like vertebrae to me. Like, that's what my association was.
It kind of does because of how non-locked they are together there. Bunch of gloves and you got the guard.
Yeah, no fingers.
Yeah.
No hands. It's just the palms. There's like no arms involved in this. Ooh, nice catch there. by Yoyo.
Definitely, Yoyo now
Taking
knows
that scouting probe.
Yeah, Yoyo now knows that he's not gonna have to worry about probes on his side of the map for a while longer.
Picur's going with some kind of printer. We're not sure. This is a printer extension, the Twilight Council. Whether it's going to be Glaive the Depths printer, whether it's going to be Blinkstalker printer, Charge Lot printer. Something is going to get printed. We're not sure what type of paper is going to be used.
Well, it's all going to depend on what the first unit coming out from this robo facility is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we see an Immortal, that's usually an indication of having Zealots as a follow-up. Whether we see
no,
a
War
Prism, it's typically an indication of a Glaive the Depth follow-up, which it is in this case.
Mm-hmm. So, Yoyo sees the
printer, it's printing.
The research.
It's researching.
The printer is researching something.
It's getting the tone already.
It's giving those toner messages. You need more orange. Well, not orange, magenta, and what gets magenta and yellow? That's grids.
Is that what creates orange?
Orange.
Huh.
I think
was not
so.
too aware of that.
I'm not. I don't think there's a lot of cyan in in orange.
You see a roach follow-up coming out from Yoyo. The correct response to scouting a Glaive to Depth sort of opening. But the thing to keep in mind here is that that's also kind of what the Protoss player wants you to go for. Mm-hmm. It's the best option that the Zerg player has, but at the same time, it's plays into the hands of the Protoss player in a way because of how splitting up your armies this early in the game works.
Mm. Well, Yoyo is going to have a nice number of roaches compared to how many adepts are on the way. So, I mean, how many queens do we have on Yoyo's side?
We have actually five. Quite a good number.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It looks like Yoyo is set up to at least not take too much damage. You know, there's always positioning that could go wrong here, but Yoyo sees the warp in here. Sees the adepts coming. Alright, does this split up? It's always the dangerous part.
Yep, does not come into the shade there, and that was just about the right call for Picur.
Yeah.
But even still, Yoyo, with 2 queens and 2 roaches, still going to be enough to, at the very least, chase Picur away from his creep, from his bases up. But it is not done yet. Adding in a couple more depths, this makes it
we do have a
ever
DT
more
shrine coming up, and Yoyo just droned up hard.
That he did.
I don't know if they're going to have enough. 1 queen does go down. And the adepts get to the mineral line. We'll start to do some damage here.
Well,
doesn't look like they played with game hard, so yeah. we don't have a count of how many drones died. We're gonna have to look at the units lost tab.
Jesus, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of drones coming out.
Yeah.
But making those drones is the upside to making that many drones is losing that many drones means that you still have enough behind.
You made a lot of drones earlier, but it's starting to be a lot of damage.
It is, and it does stack up. And I was going to say, having a lot of drones does mean that it's available. Does give Yoyo the opportunity to build a couple of spores, but as you see, he did not. No detection out here. I don't believe there's even a lair out. No, there's no lair.
It's a surround on the spore, so the DT can't get to it.
Yeah, nicely done by Yoyo here.
So it will eventually be finished, but there's another DT going into the main. I'll be getting some kills there. Oh, ooh, nice block there. It's a lot of spores, but at least it's keeping the 1 spore alive. So Yoyo's still alive, but look at that, just so behind in worker count. Desperately trying to catch up. Not a lot of larvae remaining. And did have to spend some drones on the spores as well, which is, you know, it's a Zerg thing. You have to spend units on your buildings.
Yeah, that means that you just have less to mine there.
I was wondering what's killing the hatchery, and I didn't see the DT.
Well, they are.
In my defense, they are invisible.
Exactly, that's my intention. You're not supposed to see them. And luckily, Yoyo did not either. Picur is just going to be continuing to mount on top of this. Might be overextending a little bit as the roaches do come in to clean out what's up to the offense. Now, one thing that does worry me for Picur, he got a lot of economic damage done, but did not really capitalize on that. He is still on, or they are still on 2 bases. Not going to be having much from that. On the plus
Shield
side,
batteries, there's a couple
bases,
of immortals, so there's sentries. I don't think this attack should.
Well, I mean, it's not about the attack, but having Yoyo.
Maybe if Yoyo had Ravagers.
Yoyo the ability. Yeah. Well, it's not about the attack. It's kind of weird that Yoyo is coming into attack here, but yeah, I like what they're showing us right now. Just scouting around the edges, confirming that Picur is still on 2 bases.
I think Picur is going to lose another base here.
Expand as much as he can. Well, we'll see what the status on that Spore Crawler is going to be.
Okay, there's no more healing on that hatchery. You gotta bring something to kill. Spore's not enough. The roaches are on the other side of the map.
Attack on ground.
Yoyo is desperately coming back. Yeah, this DT is going to kill the hatchery. That's unfortunate for Yoyo.
Yeah, losing it once again.
How many hatcheries?
We'll be able to reclaim it.
2 or 3 in this game. Yeah, 2. 51 drones. Oh.
That's quite a bit of an oof, drones. And we do see the difference now in terms of the worker count. So the income count as well. Picur finally breaking out of their base. Gonna be taking a third behind this, and it's starting to look like the mistakes of Picur earlier are not gonna be happening anymore.
Yeah, Picur just already did so much damage, and has had a chance to build a nice Protoss army here. Did that War Prism just fly without the Archon? Like, I thought the Archon was.
No, the Archon's going to be part of the main army.
Prism.
The War Prism. Yeah. No, the War Prism is going to be warping in a couple of harassment units down here.
Yeah, it looked like this was setting up to be like an Archon drop or something. You know, just to harass, but.
Nah, he's looking to push in with the main army. It's very well upgraded. It does already have +1.
Yeah, Blink is on the way as well, which is a nice addition. I like Yoyo's presence on the map, you know, seeing the army going up, leaving some roaches and Zerglings around. But going for a Baneling Nest. I don't know how that's going to work that well against the heavy units that Picur has. Because it's not Adepts anymore. This is
Well, let me put it this way. Picur has enough no matter how many Banelings Yoyo is going to get out, Picur is going to have a force field for each of them.
Yeah. These sentries are so full of energy. They are almost completely full of energy. 6 sentries.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're not being forced to use those in the early game. Yeah. You don't have to defend, exactly. Or scout.
Ooh! That Archon ate all the biles and died.
And we get a salute out there, yeah. It's taking all those force field
power underwhelming.
So nobody else has to. Blink not gonna be done quite yet. They're gonna be done very, very soon, and this is already looking like an overwhelming amount of force here for Yoyo to deal with. We'll see if
yeah, Picur is in a weird position though. This is not a healthy position, but the force fields are going to be doing a lot of job. Picur is eating a lot of biles. But the Immortals are still up, and the Immortals are still up. It's, the Stalkers just... There's a lot of them. They do have Blink now, so we can actually... Picur can actually use it. Not seems to be using it. Actually, all the Immortals are dying.
Yeah, the weird thing about Picur is he's just put himself in... Or they've just put themselves in a very inefficient position here, whereas you can see not all the Stalkers were firing at the same time, and that's actually brutal. Yoyo was able to take a little bit of damage and come back into this fight. It can.
They don't have speed, but yeah. If they can get to that army, they can kill it.
And that's definitely going to be a big if, now that Picur does have Blink available to them.
Ooh, another Warp Prism is being made by Picur. So, that's a third one. Picur is going to have 3 Warp Prisms. That's some multi-pronging if I ever seen any.
It is, which I actually kind of like this. It's always a risk that you're taking because Warp Prisms do take up quite a bit of supply, which means that you will without a doubt end up with a weaker army, but
supply and resources, they cost a lot of minerals.
They do, in fact,
what
but
300 minerals, something like that?
275.
Yeah.
But I will say this though, it's a balance here that you
nice
do have to make. Nice
there,
blink backwards coming out from Picur. We'll be able to just dodge basically all of these banelings. One of them does eventually connect, but that's not going to do a lot in the long run. This third base is going to go down.
Picur almost double in armor supply. Better upgrades. Still better composition. Down to 1 immortal though, so it's dangerous, but there's so many stalkers around. Got warp prisms all over the place. Yoyo is down to 2 bases.
Welcome to the multi-pronging, yeah.
Gonna have to rely on some magical banelings connections. They do have speed now, and this is on creep, so there's a chance.
But I tell you, Seal, there aren't any force fields available here for Picur, but the blink looks like it's just gonna be good enough there.
I think the banelings were manually detonated erroneously because they detonated on the Ravagers.
Could have been, yeah. GG's
I
call.
think that was
Picur takes game number 1 in this best of 3 series.
Yeah, no, we don't know. Like this is always the thing with random players. Like,
what their best
you don't quite know. Yeah, there's always some race that they're better at. There's always some matchup that they're better at. So we don't quite know. Since we don't know Yoyo all that much, it's the first time casting them. We can't assess whether this was like a racial thing or.
Well, Yoyo is a multi-talented instrumentalist. Is about the extent that I know.
They play the guitar and the piano, and is that what you mean?
What? Yeah, similar to that, but I don't think it's guitar and piano.
Are you talking about Yoyo, Ma?
Yes.
That's a weird reference for you to bring up.
Look, popped into my head. Look, you were saying we need information on Yoyo. I'm like, let me tell you what I know about Yoyo, Ma.
You know, Ma means what in Hebrew? Like the question, what? Like Yoyo, Ma?
Oh, so it's not bruh for you guys. I'm assuming.
Alright, Picur is pinging. I'm not sure about what, but... Alright, everyone. Welcome to Eternal Empire! LE, the Empire, which is in fact... eternal! We're in the southwest corner of the map, representing all inspiration. It is our green random here has brought us Yoyo.
And in the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, we do in fact have our purple Protoss player, main race Protoss. Not going to be having too much flip-flops there. Going to be coming down representing Archangel Gaming. We have Picur.
Is it Archangel or Archangel? I'm always like... So sometimes they say like Archangel, sometimes they say Archangel.
Well, no, if they say Archangel, they're wrong. It's not an arch that you're looking at.
But when you say like Arch-Chancellor, you don't say Arch-Chancellor. You say Arch-Chancellor.
You say Arch-Chancellor.
No, you say Arch-Chancellor.
No, you say Arch-Chancellor.
Because then you can like concise them, like not concise. What's the word?
Alliteration.
Combine the two ch's into Arch-Chancellor. Arch-Chancellor, you know.
No, it's
Arch-Nemesis.
Arch-Chancellor.
Arch-Nemesis. You say Arch-Nemesis, not Arch-Nemesis.
Well, yeah, but Arch-Nemesis is because you have the E.
What?
I'm just explaining how German works.
Deciding factor? Is that the deciding factor?
Yeah.
But Angel does also has E.
Yeah, but it's the N before the E, so...
So if it was Archangel, then it would be.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, like, English has a problem with deciding what arches are arches and what arches are arcs.
It's all about dialect.
It's a problem.
I mean, it's not a problem if you can get to if you have two options that you're allowed to choose from.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we do have ourselves a PvP here that's been opening up quite quietly.
For the time being, Picur now going to be
a pylon being set up here, and Picur still hasn't taken a natural. I don't know if they scouted Yoyo's natural yet. Oh, it looks like they're setting up. There we go.
Now, for the time being, at any rate, no. Yeah, Picur right now taking
and Yoyo is going to delay it even further. Okay, there we go. That's quite a delay. Look at the difference in like the timings here. Yoyo is more than halfway done, like 2/3 of the way done with their Nexus.
Yeah, it also doesn't help
that's quite a big advantage. Yeah, go ahead.
It doesn't help the fact that Picur did go for a very sort of defensive opening as well. Going with the double gate right off the bat. It's something that you know is going to delay your expansion equipment up, so you don't want it to be delayed even further by your opponent like that. And now Picur, we do see him marching across the map with 2 additional stalkers. Already has 2 prepared by the XenoDactyl tower. He knows he's got to do damage in order to make up for the fact that his expansion was delayed for so long. Yoyo going to be scouting this pylon.
Yeah, kind of ignoring it now, but that might come to bite you in the ass later. As in now, when stuff is being warped in behind your back.
On the plus side, it is a bit of a slower warp in, so...
Oh, the hallucination is going to catch it. See, Yoyo was sending that halluc right to the pylon there.
Yeah, just to confirm.
This is a weakness. Yeah.
Just to confirm whether or not they've seen a pylon there.
Like, it's smart. That's a smart player. Alright, so Picur is getting a robotics facility. I didn't catch if Yoyo got one. So, oh, there's an immortal, so yeah, Yoyo definitely has one. And has had one for a while. So Yoyo just quite ahead in all of the timings of everything. Ahead in workers, ahead in bases. Just reading the game much smarter so far. And since Picur didn't do any damage, this might force Picur to just go all in from here on out, because they're just too far behind.
And it's looking like, if not an all-in, then at least a committed timing. +1 is already on the way. Blink
this Blink
is looking to do a lot of damage with this timing, just to be on even footing. Doesn't have to be all-in, but does have to be very committed.
Did Picur get a Warp Prism?
No, not yet.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be an all-in. Or maybe they're going to use the proxy pylon. I don't know.
Yeah, just as a place to warp in from. I don't know, I think it would still be worth it just to get that Warp Prism. You get a faster warp in, and on top of that, you get the ability to juggle your immortals on top of that. It's going to be a Observer first, so it could just be some kind of a Blink play coming up from Picur.
I don't like that Picur is just sitting there. It's going to be impossible to actually handle what Yoyo has.
Well, there's not too much that they're able to do right now. We do see them moving out. Again, just trying to utilize the Blink as much as they can. Get a little bit of damage.
I mean, they're going to try and blink into Yoyo's main, but there are spotter pylons there, I believe. In the high ground.
And the army on the low ground, just to cover the bases on top of that. No idea about this
They're going to see where the army is.
Yeah, there is definitely an opportunity if Picur wants to risk it, just to try to blink on top of that, but I do not blame them at all for opting out of it. Does see that the army is moving away from that, though, and this is the opportunity right now for Picur, moving right on top of the ramp. This, not able to get the block off.
Well, there's a Blink as well, so...
Two gates already powered,
so many
even more
pylons.
units are going to be depowered
all the
here.
Kuro pylons! These are so many Kuro pylons. All the production is down.
And Yoyo,
start the production, please.
Recall. It's already there. It's just
Yoyo
nothing was being produced.
No, Yoyo is going for the base trade.
I'm not sure about this, Steel. He does have the better army here for the moment, but you gotta remember, Yoyo has +1. He has Defender's advantage. There's that recall coming in there.
There's a recall. But see, here's the thing. This is what I don't like for Picur. Because they were behind for so long, and I don't think that was enough damage.
Well, we don't have game hearts, so we don't get to see how many probes died there. 21 probes,
no.
and now the lower on the worker count.
What I see is... Yeah, but remember, Yoyo was like 15 workers ahead for 4 minutes. And they are producing 2 at a time now, so it's not really... Oh, gets the Warp Prism. Does get the Warp Prism. But, yeah, so Picur is now sieged here.
He is very good use of the force fields. These Starkers just waddling back and forth.
Blink forward,
Does
that's a very risky one.
But good use of the force fields there. I do like that Picur was sort of waiting around, just didn't want to waste his blink.
Yoyo recalled, but the Immortal was left behind. That's a very unfortunate. Okay, maybe that was enough damage because Yoyo lost a lot of army. I think if Yoyo didn't lose the army that they lost right there, they would still be in a favorable position. But right now, they're going to have to mount a nice defense. But there are more shield batteries coming up. Picur is actually finally getting that gateway explosion that Yoyo got 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, just setting up to just mount on the pressure behind this. Still no Warp Prism coming out from Picur, but that is completely fine. Picur is just looking to do a little bit more damage behind this. This is not going to be their ending push. But despite that, it very well could shape up to be it.
I'm going to catch an Immortal, which is nice. Without the Warp Prism to juggle. This is dangerous. But yeah, Yoyo has been recovering. Recovering in army supply, recovering in worker supply. Gonna see who dare and take a third base first.
I don't think it's gonna come down to that, Steel. This is an NA PvP. It's not really known to happen.
No. It looks like Picur is going back home. We're both gonna wait for charge, wait for storm. Or at least get Archons. Does look like they're going to get Storm.
Well, Storm in PvP isn't very common for...
I mean, but against charge lots and Adepts, it usually works nice.
No, Charge can be good to zone it... or not Charge, sorry. Storm can be good to sort of zone out those units, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to pull your charge lots away when they already went in for the charge.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's not as effective as in PvZ and PvP.
Exactly. And one thing to keep in mind is
PvZ and
that,
PvT.
Exactly. And the thing to keep in mind is that Storm does do friendly fire.
So
that's always
which is
a
what I'm
risk
saying.
you're
Like
going to be taking, whereas in a PvP by going for Storms.
Yeah. No, don't mind me. I'm just an idiot. I don't really know. I'm just babbling. I don't know why I even said Storm. I'm regretting my decision to bring the
dialogue.
Up.
It's starting a dialogue, you know. Gotta be discussing
a dialogue
things.
where it's a dialogue where I'm the idiot. So I'm not quite sure I like this.
Well, discussion topic. You get value anyway. Alright, Yoyo is looking to end this. Whatever I said earlier about NA PvP and third bases, yeah, no, Picur is a rebel. Picur is not going to be confined to your views on the matchup.
I would like some shield batteries in this base, though.
Yeah, definitely would be nice. Does get a couple of shield batteries, but it's over natural.
I mean, Yoyo, Picur knows about this. They got the observer over there on the above the army. And I like Yoyo's use of the hallucinations, always moving in, knowing what's up the ramp.
Yeah, but is it a little bit too expensive here, as that does cost the sentries energy. They are still very healthy on that count. These charges in the back, unfortunately, not going to be able to go on in, and this might actually be the cause of Yoyo being able to take this army. Now we do see the charges going in, but they run straight into Archons. But
yeah, it looks like Picur has the higher numbers here. The Immortals are being juggled by the Warp Prism, but this could still swing in either way. But Yoyo is just solo on army supply. Picur does have the defender's advantage. Picur will take the series.
2-0. Very good showing off from our purple Protoss player over there.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit unfortunate for Yoyo. Again, we're not too sure about their history. We don't know what their best or worst matchups are in this particular thingy. But yeah, that's just sort of
well, we're gonna learn about it today because we do have more series with Yoyo here because this is a round robin.
It is. So, ignore the graphic. We're just sort of using it for reference to see who is up and down.
Yeah.
And also in terms of
Can you put like a text like redacted or something on it? It's like only look here.
Maybe. I might be able to do that.
I would change like the spreadsheet itself, but I'm terrified of fiddling with Kuro's spreadsheet.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to touch a spreadsheet made by Kuro. I'm too afraid.
But yeah, we are gonna be going in. All of our Protoss fans, if you didn't get your fill there with that PvP, we are gonna be going in now into a PvT.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Gonna be two players that we are very familiar with.
Yeah.
Or fairly familiar with. I should say fairly familiar with.
Yeah, fairly.
It's
going to be Lyra versus XenoDactyl. The other pair in this group.
Exactly.
Well, they're not pair. Everyone is going to play everybody, so it's not a pair. It's not.
Yeah, it's more like an apple.
Yeah, both of them made it to the playoffs last season. We saw some hype plays from Lyra. Both of us quite infatuated with this player. Also, after the injustice of Lyra being picked last for what was it, the
Spicy Team League, which was
the Spicy Team League.
Contender.
Out of what, 47 players? Was there 7 players in 8 teams? How many? Yeah, there's a lot of players. Lyra got picked last, which is just an affront to us as the hype. The number one hype people. The number one hype people for Lyra. And of course, we know XenoDactyl from our many tournaments. He's been playing in a lot of our tournaments. I will crown him the third greatest name in esports. Right behind Papa Panda and Potato Pleb. The XenoDactyl thing is fantastic.
No P's in there, which makes it.
No, that's it. You don't have to go for just alliteration, but he does have XD as it's like a short, like a.
I just realized that.
What I do want to see one day. Well, we can go into the game. The players are ready.
Right. Yeah, but casting tool wasn't.
I want to see XenoDactyl versus Polomosario. Because then we'll have like 2 dinosaurs, like epic dinosaurs fighting each other. Like 2 flying dinosaurs. One is like a pigeon with the head of a T-Rex. Because Polomosario means just basically pigeon. Saurus. Pigeon dinosaur.
What?
So, yeah, Polomosario. It means pigeon dinosaur.
I get ya.
A pigeon with a T-Rex head. And then you have XenoDactyl as like a xenomorph from Alien, but with pterodactyl wings. It's going. You have 2 epic creatures fighting each other in the sky. It's should be pretty cool. Anyway, we are on Purity and/or Industry. We're in the eastern edge of the map. We have our pink Terran. Playing for, I had it right here. Playing for Team Gosu, it is Lyra.
Lyra. And in the 12 o'clock-ish position of the map, spawning in the 12 o'clock-ish position of the map, we do in fact have our yellow Protoss player coming out here in the NA Contender League. It is going to be the Reverse Parker himself, representing Alpha X. We have XenoDactyl. I see that probe.
Yeah, this is about to say, XenoDactyl known for his very cheesy strats.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's kind of like an alien, right? Or in Alien, where you have the egg, it goes inside you, and you never expect it. I may be mixing up my lore, and also that doesn't actually apply, because that's not at all like how XenoDactyl plays.
No, he just cheeses you. But here it seems to be going for a bit more cheeky macro play, going with the gold base, the ninja gold base. If Lyra is not aware of this option and doesn't scout it, this could be very surprising and not in a good way.
Are surprises ever in a good way, though? Is going to be the question there.
Some surprises are pretty good. You know.
They can be.
I don't know. If you expect there to be a gold base there, and you come in and there's not one, and you're surprised, and you're like, well, we didn't get the gold base. Great. It's
but
good for me.
Speaking of great, yeah, Lyra immediately, sees the natural scout and immediately goes to check for the proxies.
Two bunkers.
They haven't really. Yeah, they haven't really played against each other or one another, to my knowledge, that much. But I am liking this response so far, coming out from Lyra.
Yeah, the bunkers are up. The command center is finished on the high ground in a safe spot. Lyra going to go down that ramp when it's all safe and good. Now getting a good scout of this Protoss base. This should be suspicious because there's nothing here. There's just one adept. There's a pylon missing. There's definitely a pylon missing.
Definitely should be, and we see Lyra. They're being pretty vigilant right now. Not gonna be going into that gold base immediately because I'm just guessing the alarm bells aren't there yet. This Reaper actually going around.
Yeah, looking for the proxy that Lyra's. Let's see where the pathing of this takes them. Oh, there's a recall to the gold.
Which again, when you have a gold base ready to it, you want to be...
Wait! No! Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, Lyra, please, don't do this to us.
Is well aware of the gold base right now. Just going to be trying to get a little bit of damage done here with the Reaper.
Yeah, there's nothing to actually attack the Reaper here, other than trying to get surrounded with probes. So might get some kills here.
Like so.
Alright, there's a couple of kills. 3 probes. It's 4. And see if we can get a 5. 5, there we go. See if we get a 6. 6 city.
But you know what they say, Seal, you can't get away with too much 6 city without the patrol coming out for you.
How many kills does that Reaper have now? 9.
Quite a bit of noof coming out
and it gets away. Not bad at all. So now that the jig is up and XenoDactyl is down with workers, Lyra is set up the natural base in the meantime. There's the going to be barracks production, so it's going to be bio.
Yep,
Safety
I'm worried a little bit for Lyra right now. They have to scout these gateways coming up here. This is going to be a very committed response, almost an all-in. In fact, it is usually an all-in coming up from the Protoss player when they do that. You do see a couple of charges being bunkers here.
2 bunkers in the main. There's a tank. There's repairs on the bunker. Marines are going to try and catch
but what
that
about the natural?
I think Lyra is going to be fine with 2 tanks on the high ground and a whole bunch of Marines. Yeah. And also that Reaper is still doing damage. Where's that Reaper? Is it dead? Is it killed?
It did fall.
It did fall. It must have had like 11 or 12. Yeah, 11 worker kills. That's what we have.
Alright, respectable damage coming out from XenoDactyl, but unfortunately did decide to
look
warp
at the
in
damage
on
supply now.
top of
Look at the water
two
supply.
different bunkers, which is a little bit of an oof. Yeah, Lyra...
Yeah, Lyra was prepared for this. XenoDactyl is going to have trouble
About 8 times
transitioning
the
into
army
a
supply
mid-game
here.
when it's so behind in workers. It does have the gold base, so that's compensating for something. But then again, this gold base is very exposed, you know? Once Lyra is on the move, I mean, they could set an easy drop here and just do a tremendous amount of damage.
It's
And force XenoDactyl to
likely.
either defend his base that's on the other side of the map or die. Viking, please!
The Viking will be able to see the warp prism, but it was just a little bit too far behind. These charges are looking like they could get quite a bit of damage done, but
nah,
a
they
very
won't.
quick response
The
coming
army's
out here.
here.
Yeah, very quick response from Lyra. Does
And the
actually
warp
cancel
prism
the
goes down
in.
as well. Yeah. And some friendly damage on the SCVs, but that's about it in terms of what this attack did. XenoDactyl is going for the desperation move here. The desperation shrine, if you will.
Is that what the D in Dark Shrine stands for?
Yeah, desperation shrine.
I feel like Dark
yeah,
should
when
be
in
an
doubt-
acronym on its own. Desperate.
No, it's doubt. It's doubt shrine. It's when in doubt.
When behind Dark Shrine.
Go for doubt Templars.
Well, we all are aware of the saying, aren't we? When behind Dark Shrine.
Yeah.
And it could get a little bit of damage done on Lyra. Has been focusing a lot on their muling.
There's a base, so there's going to
yeah.
be some detection, and yeah, I just
Not yet.
one thing that concerns me is that Lyra is going anti-vax, so
For the time being. Yeah, mostly
you know, when you
spending
go bio,
the-
kind of gotta with the space bus that heals in your bio.
Yeah,
it's a
I'm
pretty
thinking
good deal.
Yeah, well, I feel like I can't really blame Lyra for the time being, as they are focused a little bit on just trying to get these warp prisms to get those Vikings out. But yeah, 2 medivacs is not going to be enough, especially if you're going to be dropping like this.
Yeah, but at least they're using it for the drops.
A little bit, yeah.
It's
like,
fucking
get
traffic
out
here.
of my way.
It's just insane. Oh, the DTs are killing everything. There's the scan.
But where's the scan? Back at home, we do have to see a very good... Yeah, okay, well, it doesn't matter in the end because the...
Gets the observer as well.
Missile turret does actually get up in the end. And yeah, here we have it. A little bit of friendly fire on those mines, but I think that's the least of Lyra's concerns right now. That's got to be very happy about just forcing XenoDactyl
Yeah,
to
this
pull
is so much damage
everything.
again. How many probes died this game?
A whole bunch. 24.
Yeah,
And
it's
about to be
that
27.
GG is cold.
31 by the end of that.
That is, yeah, I like these 2 players.
Exactly. I would say that I feel like this game does show off quite a bit why we do enjoy seeing them face... Well, not necessarily facing off against one another, but just enjoying these 2 players in general, who they face against. What they're... You know, XenoDactyl being cheeky, Lyra having the perfect responses. There was a temporary error with your request. Well, thank you, BattleNet.
Blows. I do like what we're doing here is that Yaku is live streaming the thing for me on Discord. Hence why I can't see DTs on creep, because the resolution is just too garbage. Because it does display in some god awful resolution here.
Yeah, the compression on Discord does get kind of weird. No, I think I just have it in the wrong setting, to be honest.
No, I would say it's good. We want to prioritize like smooth streaming rather than just you know,
It's accurate.
quality. I don't need
Quality.
pixels. I don't need pixels, and I don't need to see DTs.
I don't think anybody
I'm not
wants
playing the game. It doesn't.
I don't think anybody wants Pixel Steel. Awful movie.
I haven't seen it actually, so I cannot judge. Although Yeah, I assume it's garbage. Anyway, speaking of garbage, we are on Everdream. Sorry, that was a bad segue, but you know, it was too easy. We are on Everdream. LE. Yaku, did you ever dream?
I had a dream the other night. It was wild. Mincemeat was involved.
Me too.
And taxes.
I had a dream that I was making a video game with some really nice old lady who's like a game developer, and we were talking about what mechanics you want in the game and stuff, and like, you know, he had exactly the same vibe as I do. And for some reason, Robert Picardo, who plays the Doctor in Star Trek Voyager. Don't ask me why. Anyway, forget about the intros and about our dreams, because Xeno is going for one of his signature moves, which is cannon rushing. So it doesn't seem to be working all that well now, though it's probably still here. It can still throw down that cannon over there. And there's still a pylon down below.
Yes, it will.
Okay, there's a cannon here, but
nice
block there.
Not going to be able to get that. Yeah, nicely done by Lyra. This cannon probably isn't going to be firing a shot, not with this many SCVs attacking it at
Lyra's
once.
so far defending pretty well. This one cannon is going to be delayed by quite a... Oh! Okay,
does manage to get taken out by the Marine at the end. So yeah,
the second pylon is up.
Decision.
The cannon is pretty low on health already.
Yeah, I don't see
that. There's a Marine out, and bam, not even one SCV dead.
Yeah, I don't see this getting a lot of damage done here for XenoDactyl. I think initially it was actually going really well for Xeno, because it did force a heck of a lot of lost mine time out from Lyra, but I think the problem was just that XenoDactyl not only committed to the rush, but also doubled down on top of it. And we see now, it's a gateway that's going to be depowered and going to be taken out. A lot of wasted resources.
Scouting gateway. I wonder when. Okay, there is a cancel on that. That zealot. I was wondering when Xeno was like, oh, this zealot is not going to come out. Yeah. So far a nice trade for Lyra. Has one SCV dead, right?
Yep, one dead SCV for the cost of 725 minerals right off the bat.
It may actually have been one of the scouting SCVs, I think. I don't think the cannon killed anything. I don't think the cannon killed any of the SCVs. Oh, Xeno is still going to be cheeky here. I mean, I wonder if you can transition. You should transition just into some kind of cannon contain.
No,
after a failed attempt like that.
I think if you want to do it, then it'll have to be a lot sooner. It has to be even before you fail. You have to have that contingency set up beforehand.
Yeah, Xeno is going for a Stargate. Proxy Stargate right in Lyra's face here.
Which I do kind of like. But at the same time, I think you gotta know when time's up, essentially.
No. Here's why I like it, because Lyra is sitting pretty right now. They survived the cannon rush. They're like, okay, I'm ahead. I can just macro up. No scouting. No Reaper on the other side of the map. No going around. Okay, now they're sending some Marines out, but they're not going to find this proxy. This is going to take Lyra by surprise and do quite a lot of damage. Oh, actually, this might find it.
It will.
This Marine might find
it. It's going to be a Void Ray. That takes quite a bit more time to produce than the other Stargate units available right now.
I don't like Lyra. I thought it was going to be an Oracle. Get the probe. Get that probe. Get the probe. Okay, Xeno dropping down a cannon there, and a cannon and a shield battery, and a backup pylon.
And Lyra sees all of it, knows just how to contain. Do like the Cyclone coming out instead of that siege tank. And on top of that, does get some vision. There's no high ground vision yet for XenoDactyl. Now, with this Void Ray, though, that's about to change. And we're going to have to see how well Lyra
he's going to get the shield battery.
Snipe on the shield battery. That takes out so much sustainability out from this proxy of Lyra.
Yeah, this attack is going to have to wait. Yeah, Xeno's going to have to wait. There's a bunker being made.
Hey, what do you say about waiting?
No NGB. Turrets would be nice.
They definitely can be, but I think they're a little bit of a risky investment right now. I do kind of prefer the Cyclone Viking units to come out of it. Because one thing to keep in mind is that turrets cannot kite.
The shield battery protecting the cannon there. But that's good for Lyra.
It's actually really good. Yeah, it drains the energy.
It's draining the energy.
Hey, not anymore. But now, these Vikings, they outrange the Void Rays very well.
Yeah, the shield batteries are depleted. More are being made, but yeah, now we're up to 4 Vikings. There's another one on the way. A safety tank as well, which is going to be really nice, because just siege it up on the high ground and kill everything on the ground there. Just protect it from the Void Rays and you're good.
But XenoDactyl is starting to give up on this spot. Will be canceling a couple of investments here with shield batteries and is looking to posture around. This might actually be a weaker spot though for XenoDactyl. Lyra is not kiting too well. Now starts to kite. One thing to keep in mind with crystal alignment.
Oh well, the tank does go down, but
much slower.
But so do the Void Rays. And now this Viking can just chase this Void Ray with impunity. Like,
it definitely can.
There's just so much DPS coming out of them. They can out DPS. Does lose a couple of the Vikings, but yeah, this is another foiled attempt by XenoDactyl to take Lyra by surprise and break them. This is
exactly.
This is why
Viking for
this is why we hype Lyra so much. This is surviving the NA bullshit in such an elegant way.
They're a survivor.
Impressive.
They'll tell their tales.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there. You don't know what you've been through. This tank may not be in the right position, though. Oh, land the Vikings and kill the... And the Vikings kill target. Or just wait for
the... camping the production, essentially. Just trying to cover for the Void Ray. Or for the tank. Because what happens when the Vikings are landed, the Void Ray comes out, goes on top of the tanks. It takes a little while without smart Silveros for those Vikings to lift up once again. And now this is all of the air production going to be taken out for Lyra.
Yeah. It's just making stargates on the... Where's the DT Shrine? I'm waiting for the DT Shrine on the low ground here.
Well, XenoDactyl's not that far behind right now. I mean... Lyra is about to have their natural base saturated.
I mean, 15 workers behind,
now
getting a second base.
But, you know, he's not that far behind, Steel.
Losing another Void Ray.
Right? Am I right?
Even the Cyclone survives this, and the bunker survives. Another tank is coming down here. There's a Widow Mine on the ground. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, that's a trap for any Flux Veins, or any... Not Flux Vein, the other one, Crystal Alignment. Prismic alignment Void Rays that are going to be coming down, immediately going to be sniped, or at least one of them will. No, actually they won't. It takes their health down to 0, but you do need a volley from a Viking to fully take it out. And
luckily there are Marines and Vikings and a Cyclone around.
With a bunker on top of that, this Void Ray, no, Warp Prism, not going to be getting a lot of damage done. But
there's a full bunker here. Lyra sees it coming.
And here comes the lock-on! Lock-on! There's that lock-on coming
and the Vikings.
down. We'll drop the load, loses one of them, and...
nice juggling with the Cyclone and the Medivac. How much... What's the lost units tab? Show me that. Look at this trade. Look at this trade. It's phenomenal. Absolutely hype. Salvaging the bunker, pushing forward. This game is done. The Vikings are landed. Is landing the Vikings a sign of BM?
Not necessarily.
It's like it's either a sign of desperation or like a sign of super confidence.
Yeah, I would veer more towards the confident side. It's not really BM. It's more of, look, I know I've won, and let's just speed this up a little bit. Which
some people might consider a little BM, but you know,
no, I mean, at the same time,
no, it's not BM. It's
staying in the game for more.
It's not BM. It's not BM. It's not like a mule. It's like a manor mule or something.
Exactly, because it's actually something that will speed
up. That's what I was looking for. It's not BM. It's flexing. It's like I can land my Vikings against you.
Yeah, kinda.
All right, so we have so far Lyra. Are we? are we keeping up on map score, not series score?
Yeah, we are keeping up on map score for the time being. We are just sort of following on this spreadsheet. It's not actually accurate, as again, it is
the
round
spreadsheet
robin,
does not represent. Yeah, it's not the right format. It's the wrong format. We have the wrong format. We were misinformed.
Well, gotta work with what you got.
Yeah. All right. So our next series is going to be. You choose it.
Picur versus Lyra.
Alrighty then. We have another TVP, Protoss versus Terran. Let's see how Lyra deals with a more solid macro Protoss. We haven't seen so many cheeses from Picur so far. More of a mid-game Protoss player. I mean, admittedly, it was in PvZ and PvP, not in PvT, so we don't know how that's going to go.
But we're about to find out. We're now going to be loading in onto our first map of the evening. It's going to be Eternal Empire.
It's not the first map of the evening.
Yeah, it's the first map of the evening.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah.
The first map was...
It's the fifth map of the day, the first of the evening. That's how time works.
Oh, because you're in Singapore and in a different time zone. I get it. Yeah. It took me a while.
Could you say
that was a very stupid remark from you, Yaku.
Could you say it took an eternity?
Speaking of eternity, we are on Eternal Empire, the empire which is, as the name suggests, an empire. In the northeast corner of the map, representing Tingosu ETs are Pink Terran. Give it up for our hype player, Lyra.
And coming down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is going to be a purple Protoss. Is our a bit more of an established macro Protoss player in this particular group, but we'll see how they do in fact fare here. We have, representing Archangel Gaming, it's Picur. Jean-Luc
Picur, or is it like Picur?
It might
Jean-Luc
just be
Picur.
Yeah, it might just be Picur or Picur.
My name is Jean-Luc Picur.
Could always be
it's a southern Picard.
could always be, you know, Picur or some of those lines.
It's a picture. It's a picture.
It's a picture.
It's a picture.
Fill your picture.
One best picture at the Oscars.
Yeah,
it's the best.
He's the pitcher for the New York Yankees.
Mm-hmm. We don't know if it's a C or a Ch or whatever. We haven't ascertained anything. We don't know what the actual pronunciation
Could be
of. If you were Israeli, that would have been a really good joke, but no, it's an offensive joke, but it. Kevin would like that joke, but never mind.
Welcome to Hebrew.
Which you don't speak, so it's fine. You didn't know. You're off the hook. So we see another printer coming up for Picur. A printer extension, if you will. Let's see what this extension entails. So we can start.
Yeah, what's going to be loaded into that printer?
There is already one adept out, so and we did see Picur going for Glaive Adepts against the Zerg.
Glaive Adepts in PvT though, it's not unheard of. It can definitely.
Oh right, it's PvT. It's
well.
PvT. I forgot. I keep forgetting like the that different races have like different builds and stuff, and it's like, look, I'm not very well versed in this game. We just look at the pictures and.
Say what's in the pictures and debate how to pronounce it.
Wow, the units are moving. It's so cool. That's my brain.
That's still kind of how.
I like the spider unit. They go blink.
that is. I'll be honest. That is still my brain whenever I'm watching any high tournament. It's like, whoa, look at this. The man has gun.
Man with gun OP. Man with gun OP.
Wait,
we need to get that as a chant for like, you know,
for
GY and
oh my god,
Picur.
I am so upset with myself.
Yeah, we missed the chance
We
for
missed it.
submitting
Yeah, that
cheerful.
was just yesterday.
Man with gun OP. Man with gun versus man with gun. OP versus OP or something like of the line.
Or just man with gun OP. That would be.
The only thing more OP than man with gun is more man with gun. Ooh, Banshee.
Speaking of OP,
Banshees.
yeah, I do like it quite a bit better against this sort
and
of.
since we don't have delay, I can spam Banshees in chat. Look at that.
That we definitely can. That we can.
I spammed a pylon accidentally. Maybe that's a prophecy.
That's a sign. Yeah, exactly.
It's a prophecy. It's gonna be 3 Banshees, but they're gonna be stopped by 1 pylon.
Or 1 mobile pylon, if you will.
Or that's what they're gonna kill. It's 3 Banshees, but they're only gonna kill 1 pylon. It's gonna be a failure, catastrophic.
So
You can read into the prophecy how you want.
Yeah, it's just like Jesus times or Moses times. Or
no
no, it would be
cloak,
more
though.
of Joseph times. Yeah, it's just gonna be 1 Banshee to sort of pull attention away from Picur. I like that I'm just alternating his name at this point.
There's also a Raven coming up for Lyra and a 3rd base that's being made on the high ground. So, all in all, pretty solid play here from Lyra.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this defensive position right now. On top of this sort of main ramp, this Marine is going to be in place to catch anything from coming up. Now, unfortunately, not going to be... Ooh, that's a good snipe. And that is the value snipe coming up here. Picur is not going to be able to blink on top of this base.
No, there's a warp
prism.
prism. There's a warp
okay,
prism.
there's a warp prism. I spoke a little bit too soon there, but there is also a tank in this main base. Should just be in position there. Yeah. It's starting to shell it down, but now this is a lot of stalkers, and you're all targeting this one tank.
There's no repair on the tank. There's an auto turret going down, but the Raven does go down. Another tank is being brought up. The Warp Prism is still alive.
Yeah, good reaction to pull away here for Picur. There is still this 3rd base that is about to be finish its transition to an orbital. Good pull on the SCVs. These stalkers are gonna have to blink somewhere, and it's all gonna be a bad place. The Marine count is being taken out though. And now Lyra, a bit of a
still dangerous for Lyra. Very dangerous. Lyra doesn't have a lot coming up. Another tank is going down. There's another tank.
But they are thinning out the stalker count quite a lot. There's just
how many
not a lot of
SCVs,
resources here to
how many SCVs did Lyra lose so far?
More.
13. Not the worst. Still up in workers. I'm gonna be setting up that command center, sending it away. That orbital command. Safety.
For the time
I like that Lyra is playing. I like that Lyra is playing it patiently.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this spread of tanks. It's actually really nicely placed.
Yeah. Although Lyra is losing all of his tanks. And trading tanks for stalkers is not the best of trades. Problem is Lyra is just that they don't have any defensive units here, and the production is being camped. Oh, this tank goes out and immediately dies. Doesn't even get a shot off.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what Lyra's plan is here. Liberator's actually
the workers are distracting the stalkers.
Yeah, the worker pull actually not just distracting the stalkers, also
down.
Body blocking them, making sure that it just cannot escape there as Blink was on cooldown. This is a massive worker pull, but there are a couple of Marines sprinkled into the mix. This is such a good use of SimCity here from Picur. Just going to be able to
but now the damage is starting to be insurmountable.
That it is, and the Warp Prism does get taken out. Nice targeting there on top of the...
Banshee comes back. Did the Banshee even do anything this game so far? Doesn't even have any kills.
It has 9 kills, so yeah, did actually trade a couple of workers there. This is why we really need Game Heart. And Lyra, once again, just patiently building up the Marine count back in the natural base. Knows that they're ahead, knows that they have the 3rd base. And now the game has just about evened out for the rest of.
But look at the worker count. This was so much damage. Thank you, Pili Pili, for the raid.
Oh, Pili Pili,
welcome,
thank
everyone.
you very much so for the raid here. We are
casting
just going to be
the NA Contender Season 3 Group Stage F. Well, Group F of the group stage.
Group
this
stage
is Lyra versus Picur Game 1. Lyra being taken by surprise by Blink DTs, blinking to the high ground. This should have been a really perfect defense from Lyra, but it just... Picur just went in just at the right moment and did just the right things and targeted just the right things at the right time, and this did so much damage. Thing is, Lyra kept the third base, right? Yeah. So Lyra does have recoverability here. It does have the upgrade advantage. Actually, still getting the upgrades, getting Sting, getting Combat Shield. So, still in this game.
Yeah, I think the real important tell here is that despite all of that worker damage, the military production is still continuing to be pumped out. Lyra, not really having any pauses, is limited right now to only pumping out bio units, but fairly soon, getting these SCVs out 3 at a time, fairly soon, that's going to be enough to hold, defend, and get back in.
Yeah, worth mentioning, Picur did target the add-ons on the production building, so now they all have to be remade just to make specific units. Like one medivac being made, because that's all Lyra can make in terms of medivacs, because there's no add-on on the starport.
Yeah, just
you gotta have a medivac here
right now. Once again, blinks into the main.
Oh, it's gonna be happening again. It's gonna be happening again.
Should be able to take out this third base as well. This orbital command. There we see an SCV pull, and this is actually a pretty healthy amount of SCVs.
But this time there are
the amount of damage that happened.
Yeah, this time there are more orders. Though this Bioforce is way more powerful than it was before. There's also an upgrade advantage for Lyra. Charging is going
being
started
right now.
And a robotics bay as well.
This is a little bit of a questionable blink forward. Does Recha
it's really not questionable at all.
Tank count.
Picur is targeting, trading these like Picur is transitioning out of using these stalkers and now just using them to get any value and getting a tank for them. It's amazing, especially a Terran who's so behind economically and has been forced to rebuild everything.
Yeah, the old saying
tank
goes,
is such a valuable unit.
When you're ahead, get more ahead. Or if you can't get more ahead, make sure that your opponent is consistently going to be staying down. That being said, though, Lyra is starting to transition out of using tanks. Should be seeing some Widow Mines reduced
Ghost Academy.
Soon. Ghost Academy coming out after that.
Problem is, Lyra stopped making SAVs.
For the time being.
For quite a while now.
For the time being.
So while they're getting all the extra upgrades, they're getting tech, they're getting ahead in tech, but just economically, Picur could conceivably just win this game with charge lots.
Potentially. It's going to depend on the...
look.
It depends quite a bit on the SimCity there, but using the Disruptor on top of the charge lots, though, that will bring it home.
Yeah. No, you don't want to use the Disruptor on top of the charge lots.
Yeah, you do.
It's a friendly fire. It's not.
If you get to if you're able to surround your opponent, though,
productive.
I would say it's worthwhile if you're able to use the charge lots to get a surround on your opponent. Just sending out those Purification Novas in order to secure the kills. I would say it's worth it.
Yeah, Lyra sent this drop all the way back to the east edge of the map and then down. So it has the sneakiest path possible.
Yeah, don't want to be caught out in the middle of the map, especially when you're in Lyra's position where that one medevac full of units is about a third of your army.
Yeah. Strangely enough, Lyra up in army supply.
For the time
Considering they were behind economically for a very long time.
And it's looking like it's going to be a very dedicated move out coming out from Lyra. is still trying to
Yeah,
get
this
the
is
units out.
no.
Behind that, all of the Marauders taken out. Raffle. And Lyra on the back foot now.
Yeah. Hold on.
Does draw the army away. Does mean that they're able to sneak this drop into the third base of Picur. And again, should be able to reset the economies here.
That disruptor shot was... Oof.
That was definitely fire.
The drop does get scouted here and gets caught, but will unload in the main base. Should be able to do some damage, question mark?
Depends on whether or not
There's
these
too many
allow
bricks
them
of-
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does force some more Stalker warp-ins, but yeah, I don't think that's going to hold Picur back at this point in the game.
It did kind of force
Look at the
Picur
army
back
supply
a little
now.
bit. So Lyra is just
Lyra-
in the business of buying time now, transitioning into Liberators, which isn't a bad choice in this scenario. I would like to see a couple of mines thrown into the mix, though.
Liberator are really good defensive units.
But these drops
like
are getting
because-
even more damage done.
Oh,
Should be able to get this
Robo
Robo Bay, and that is going to be the end, for the time being, of Picur's...
This Marauder's like, no, don't leave us, we're valuable.
Picur's Disruptor production. They'd also force a recall on top of this, which means that if Picur does decide to move out fairly soon, they're going to be in quite a bit of trouble.
Recall.
Lyra now going to be securing the fourth base. They're back in this game.
Well, I'm not
For the
sure
time
about
being.
securing just
For
yet.
the time being.
Picur is moving out against this base, and
That's a lot of zealots.
yep.
So it
That's
goes right
four
here.
ghosts with a lot of energy.
They definitely
This
have
might
the
be hype.
EMP.
They do.
Does have to
They do
react
the EMP
here.
upgrade.
A good lift
Yeah,
up.
Lyra's like, nope. Novas, get the hell away from me.
I know you have no anti-air here. They're all here distracted, trying to take out that drop, which they do quite a bit.
Look at the upgrades on
Getting
Lyra.
cleaned out. Yeah, Lyra now on
after
2, going on to
even
plus
though-
3 army.
Even through this crappy game, we're still going up to +3 weapons versus +1.
Indeed we are. And again, where's the anti-air coming out here from Picur? You'd have to see the splits. The splits are pretty good right now. Here come the Blink Stalkers. Massive EMPs coming in here. And the Bio Reinforcers coming out behind this.
I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
Purification Nova not getting too much there.
This is so dangerous for Lyra. Because these oh, there's a scan on the observer. One thing I wanted to mention, Picur's use of observers is fantastic in the... Yeah, Picur always has observers in the right place, always looking at the army, always making these right decisions to dive in. Fantastic work so far. So denying those is very important. Here comes the Storm. Storm is pretty good in PvT.
Yeah,
not necessarily in other matchups as we've established before, but...
especially against Liberators like Lyra is committing to. The casting range of Storm can outrange Liberators. Obviously, it will depend on the positioning of where they siege up onto, but that's a very low commitment way to damage those siege units.
I think you save your Storm for the bio, though. Right?
You want to, but yeah,
you want to use Stalkers to take care of the Liberators.
Well, regardless,
they Blink. They Blink. They can do it.
Well, regardless, Picur diversifying the AOE is definitely the key moment here.
Yeah. Very good. Always good.
Because Protoss AOE does get countered by a certain unit that Terran can have.
Also, he lost the robotics bay.
Yeah, rebuilt it, so gonna be reproducing these disruptors out.
Well, Zella charged into the natural of Lyra. May not be doing too much.
Big EMP,
oh,
so Novas
not
do
the
get
worst.
quite a bit. Lyra completely unaware of the High Templar in the War Prism. That was a massive Nova coming in from north. The armies are still decently even. Very good EMPs, getting most of those Templar, but there is still one of them with enough energy. This Bioforce from Lyra is so insanely down. Gotta be
okay, no High Templars anymore, but yeah, where's the Terran army? It's deaded. The Reapers on the planetary fortress are, but they're not going to keep
Lyra,
up.
Yeah,
it's
not
done.
gonna be able to keep up. There is just no AOE for the Terran army. Better upgrades, but I think as we established, not going to matter too much versus this many versus this many units.
God damn it! What are the upgrades right now?
It is 3-1 versus 1-1.
And it's still so difficult.
1-1.
And it's still so difficult to kill those damn zealots. This is how powerful that unit is. God damn.
Welcome to
plus
welcome
3
to
more
zealots.
wins and the vertigos are gonna get cut out. It's a shame. So Lyra lost a lot of workers again. How many SCVs died this game? 75. That's more than you make in 2 games, Yaku.
Yeah, so quite a bit. Purification over, unfortunately, going to be getting a little bit whiffed, but that one does get every single ghost. That is going to be all she wrote, and GG's call. Picur going to be taking game number 1 in this best of 3 series.
Yeah. All of the back of that one blink on the high ground. If Lyra had a few more Marines there, they could have scared the War Prism away, I think.
It's definitely something that,
Such a tough, situation there.
Go on.
Yeah, it's a tough situation there. I don't know what to say about it. Good on Lyra for sticking it out for so long and recovering, actually, while still being ahead in upgrades and getting all the tech. But
exactly.
Eventually Protoss is going to wear you down, where they have a 20 worker advantage for 5 minutes. Alright, so let's get into game number dos.
Tis
Dos or dos? Dos.
Deus. Or I guess in Spanish it would be Dios.
Voltagos isn't here. He's not playing. Alright, everyone. Welcome back to Ever Dream. And if you've ever dreamed, then you know all about it. We're in the northeast corner of the map, representing Team Gosu. Our pink Terran is Lyra.
And in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream, LE. Managing to take that game number 1 after looking a little bit shaky in the mid-game. But, took it all the way in the end. Let's see if they are able to bring it all the way home. Representing Archangel Gaming, we have Picur.
So Lyra, we've seen that likes to play very defensively.
Well, I don't think it's a case of they like to play defensively, but they do play. They were kind of forced to play. Yeah, it's more if they were kind of forced to.
Yeah. So,
I mean, when your opponents are XenoDactyl and Picur, you kind of have to adopt that stance.
Very, it's generally in PvP you want to be pretty safe, but we do see that Lyra almost consistently gets 2 bunkers instead of 1, spreads tanks all over the place, getting prepared for all these attacks. So it must be really unnerving.
Yeah, something that
when you set up such great defenses and then they get broken and then you just
I don't know. I think
I don't know if that was that was not a very eloquent.
Not necessarily though, Seal. I think for a lot, I think the philosophy in these sort of defenses for the Terran player would be you're not going to be keeping your units alive, but if you can trade evenly or efficiently, then you've bought yourself enough time and you've done enough damage that you're able to survive and go into the next stage of the game, where you have a chance to come back.
Alright, see Lyra taking the command center on the low ground, feeling safe with that natural base timing of Picur.
And now we kind of see why.
Oh, but Lyra going for quite early concussive shell on Rogers.
That's the second barracks.
That's a second barracks.
That's the third barracks coming out on top of
rocks.
that. Why don't you walk us through this, Steel?
See, the thing is, you make 3 barracks, and then you make marauders. GG.
Either way, GG.
It's pretty much all I know. Okay, that's gonna get scouted though.
That it does, and this will.
It might even get delayed here. That SCV gonna get deaded.
Yeah, Marauder is really good at slowing down units, not too good at killing units that aren't armored.
Yeah, especially the adepts. Adepts take so many shots. It's easier to kill adepts with Reapers, I think.
You have to micro.
Having such a...
You'll have to micro.
No, I mean in terms of DPS.
Yeah. If the adept just doesn't shoot back. The Reapers do take a couple. I think it's just one less shot. Yeah.
Alright, Picur. Getting stuck. Not getting a lot of units. Gonna get more gateways.
Which I.
Lyra is hesitating in the middle of the map. I think Lyra, having been scouted, is just not going to go full force with this.
It's not really hesitating. It's more of pooling the forces together. It's only 2 Marauders right now, and 2 Marauders are not going to be able to do anything at this stage. There's going to be.
I mean, they would have if this wasn't scouted, but.
No, they wouldn't get too much damage done. 2 Marauders on its own. There's just way too much health on buildings.
No, I mean, if it wasn't scouted, then Lyra wouldn't need to be defending at home. These Marauders would have been on the other side of the map way earlier.
What?
No.
But that's also revealing your hand before you can really get too much done. You have to remember that the point of the 3-Rex build is once you go in with your force, you're stimming once and you're doing damage. That's your only chance to do damage. You're not going to be sustained for too long. You just have to have that little bit of a sucker punch.
Alright. Today I learned. But Lyra is kind of good at going into starport tech, so we might see some medivacs here much earlier than was planned.
You have to transition out of it.
Would have liked to see a 3rd base from Lyra. This has been a nice little get ahead type of thing. Lyra's pretty safe from these stalkers. This amount of marauders. Yeah. They're just going hunting for blink stalkers there.
I see you blink, but what's that? I will slow you just as you do that, or just as that finishes up.
Get back over here. You're not going anywhere.
I'm Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Guys say get over here.
From Mortal Kombat.
That's basically what Marauders are. They are Russian Scorpion.
Yeah, they don't sound Russian in the voice pack. Maybe in the...
They don't, but maybe in the Russian.
Is there a Russian voice? Is there a Russian voice pack for?
Yeah.
Oh, the stalkers managed to sneak behind the army there.
Well, sneak behind? Question mark, as really what this is just getting themselves sandwiched. Did manage to snipe off a medevac, which is one of the most important things that you can do at this stage of the game as a Protoss player.
It is delaying
and
the
does get quite a bit of
here.
scout.
Yeah, gets a full scout of the main base in the production.
It's a pretty good damage.
It's a medevac. Good sacrifice for these stalkers who are pretty much going to be useless for the rest of the game against all this amount of marauders. And also, one thing to mention, they did kill an SCV that was standing in the 3rd base, waiting to have enough cash to build a command center. So,
yeah, the command center was already being built.
No, Lyra started it. Lyra started it after the CV died, I believe.
That might have been the case. All right, good use of splitting up the drops here.
Picur, let's see what the Picur's defenses are in the main base, at least, where that drop is going. It looks like they're... Yep, the stalkers are waiting for that drop. And see how attentive Lyra is.
Lyra, you're gonna have to move away there.
No!
Not quite enough to one-shot. Does manage to keep this drop alive. Ooh. Unfortunately, we'll not be getting that multi-prong done, but did manage to cancel a Nexus.
Yep. It's pretty good. Cancel the third while Lyra is getting their third. And again, racing ahead in upgrades. Getting a Ghost Academy. That's a pretty early one.
Yeah, before anything else was scouted out, just getting Ghost Academy. I'm guessing they're planning to be a little bit proactive, anticipating some storms coming out of this, which, again, that's usually the response when you see a lot of bio on the map. You think, yes, storm, especially when it's Marauders.
Yeah, but it's gonna be Disruptors again.
Nice.
Remember, kids, you gotta drain your Disruptors, especially after you hide at your Hydras.
Yeah, you gotta diversify that AoE in some sort of way. And Colossus just aren't really gonna do too much versus Marauders, so it's what's the right call to get these Disruptors? Split. No splits there, but inadvertently, that wasn't too bad of damage
getting
done.
The Liberators as well, ouch. Lyra taken by surprise there by Picur.
Yeah, that's
taking
one
a
of the
huge disruptor shot and losing the Liberators. That's a big oof.
And that's one of the things which is a little unfortunate, that you've got to appreciate how cautiously Lyra is playing it out. Takes out that Warp Prism, cancels that massive Warp In.
Yeah, that was very lucky for Lyra, because this Warp In would have been devastating. But the third base is under assault. Well, lucky that they got the Warp Prism and it didn't manage to get away. And Lyra is also attacking Picur's third, so you know this is a base trade of sorts. You know, trading one base for the other.
The trade though.
Yeah,
we'll definitely say that quite a lot.
They both killed a third base of the other player. You know, Lyra may have done it with a bit of a less of a sacrifice, but no, actually the opposite. Picur sacrificed a little less. Lyra lost an entire drop in order to kill that base.
I will definitely say though that you've got to appreciate how cautiously Lyra is playing this out, but
yeah, double expanding.
Just a while ago, yeah, if we went back to like maybe 4 minutes ago, Lyra definitely had the army supply to move across the map. And this is actually what is worrying me quite a bit. Picur did use that time wisely, did manage to get back in on this game. If we're just looking at sheer army supply, is starved economically, so this will have to do quite a bit of damage. We'll have to.
This is like the opposite of the previous game. In the previous game, Picur had the economical advantage for very long, but here Lyra is the one who was economically advantaged. And again, racing ahead in upgrades. We'll quickly up to level 3 weapons for the bio. Yeah, especially powerful with these Marauders against the Stalkers.
I can see it so clearly, Steel.
Third base is gonna get
more shots off.
Knifed again. Okay, there's a cancel on that, so at least it's not completely lost.
Oof. Yeah, and once again, this is a bit of a delicate dance that both of our players are doing right now. Every time that base gets cancelled, I feel like Lyra has another one ready to replace it, but does go for the different position
this time Lyra actually has one ready to be put into place. So I'm wondering if Picur doesn't know about that base. Picur is thinking, all right, I've continued into bases, so great, I'll go back home and saturate my third. But Lyra is like, it's fine, I'm on 3 bases. I'm not worried.
Exactly, if we're both on 3 bases.
And look at the worker supply, by the way. Picur is going to take a while to saturate that third, and Lyra is pretty much oversaturating it at this point.
Yeah, Chrono Boost will definitely help, but then just not quite that potent compared to something like that.
Lyra looking for ninja bases.
Yeah, or
just sneaking around.
Yeah, just sneaking around.
Picur is moving against the third again. Sees no third. Maybe you're going to surmise, okay, so you got the other one.
Yeah, that should be... If you don't know, then that's definitely something that you have to make sure of. It would be a little bit foolish for Picur to just sort of assume that Lyra's on 2 bases.
Yeah, there's a lot... oh, it's not actually going to scout that base.
Yeah, just acting like a bit of a spotter this time. Now, I'm thinking Picur should have at least a suspicion that Lyra has that base. This is a lot of army.
+3 is about to finish for Lyra. +3 weapons.
Yep, here comes the Zulks coming in. But already a good.
And there is a Liberator to defend here against exactly this kind of nonsense. What was that building that was cancelled there?
Another CC.
Or
it wasn't
kill.
cancel, it was kill, yeah. Fortunately, this drop from Lyra will be cleared out as well, but this does draw the army north. As Lyra is looking to punch through the middle of the map. Oh, apparently not quite. Does turn back now.
Lyra's drop was completely eliminated by Picur there, at the 4th base location. But yeah, Lyra's about to be on 4 bases. Picur is in trouble. Just now starting +2 weapons.
And this is the damage that Picur, or rather Picur is looking to do some kind of damage to equalize on that front.
There are 6 disruptors, and we have seen Lyra going kind of Neo Micah here. Hitting out these AoE shots.
Not in this case. Did manage to get
nice
that
cancel
disruptor,
there.
And there was also
EMP
some splits.
on
Very
the Novas.
good.
But oh, this hitting so much AoE. Lyra's army just disappeared. But more reinforcements are coming in. The Liberators are still up in the sky.
And overall, a much more costly trade for
We have upgraded
Picur.
damage. Catching up that Immortal's really good catch, but what if the Disruptors survive? I think maybe only one died.
Only one.
2 died.
Yeah. Well, 2 throughout the course of the game. In that engagement, we'll say it was 1.
Yeah, so Lyra's still in a pretty good position. 4th base is setting up.
I think Lyra traded that much better. Much better.
Despite hitting so many disruptor shots, that was scary.
That was a push out from Picur that needed to do damage. It needed to not trade evenly like it eventually did. Because Lyra just has the means to reproduce that.
Can you imagine if Lyra did not eat all those disruptor shots?
Well, yeah, I could imagine
that army supply would be so much higher right now. Lyra could literally just aim across the map and just rally units there blindly and just go, okay, you get there and you kill something, it's fine. Starting on +3 armor and +3 ship weapons as well. These Liberators are going to be so dangerous.
That they will be. I'm not really too sure what they're planning to accomplish with these Liberators up north here, though. I think just scouting out for any run-bys, potentially.
Yeah.
As you do see one of them coming in from that north location.
I like that. I like this every base gets a Liberator mentality from Lyra.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one to have, yeah. Every base
I'm going to attack the planetary, but the army comes in from the side. Good dodging on the disruptor shots. The Archons are just getting mowed down. The disruptors are gone. Yeah, solid defense from Lyra.
And this army is still alive and well. Okay, I was going to say can't eat a bunch of disruptor shots, but maybe not quite. These are a lot of
just try not to eat disruptor shots.
Try not to eat disruptors, people. They can eat 1 disruptor shot as a treat.
Oh, that's
like Lyra can eat 1 disruptor shot as a treat.
Yeah. Yeah, this is you can afford it.
But
you can afford it.
Yeah, here comes the move.
Been walking out, been in the gym. Oh, the disruptors all get mowed down here. Yeah, really even though this bio army looks injured, there's a lot of it, and Lyra evens up the score. We have ourselves a sideways 1-1.
That means we're getting an ace match.
Ace match.
The ace of spades. So along those lines, right?
The ace of spades. The ace of spades.
Alright, gonna be loading into that. Yeah, I'm not sure what we could really say too much about that previous game. It was a little bit of a reverse game number 1. But,
Ooh, Lyra has the battlecruiser banner.
That they do, the Tirador battlecruiser.
I just hope they don't make him. No stupid unit, please. We did see a fusion core coming up just as the game ended. But I'm assuming it was for Liberator range, not for stupid units. Anyway,
What if
we
it was
are
for
on
meta
Nightshade. Nightshade, the deadliest and most awesome and grothiest and deadliest and most poisonous of all the maps in the map pool. So dark. Nightshade. Glistersnail Death Aura comes in. We're in the northwest corner of the map. Representing Team Gosu, currently sideways 1-1 in this best of 3 series. Give it up for our hype pink Terran, Lyra.
And in the bottom right hand corner map, spotting in the bottom right hand corner of the map, we do in fact have our purple Protoss player looking to bring this all the way on home. They are representing Archangel Gaming. We have Jean-Luc Picur. Actually, it wouldn't be Jean-Luc Picur, it would be Jean-Luc Picur.
Jean-Luc Picur. Jean-Luc the supply. That is a dumb joke. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Don't remember it, please.
Well, speaking of Jean,
Picur.
Do you have to be?
Is gonna be sneaky. Gonna
be rallying back and forth. It's gonna be waiting for those resources to hit. But then once it does, you better watch out.
No.
No?
There.
Not
no.
yet, no.
Every time it goes to 100, it's
not.
like, I'm gonna get a pylon, I'm gonna do some... No,
moves away.
It's just a scouting probe. It's teasing us. It's just a tease. You're such a tease, Picur. we thought we were gonna get something cheeky, but no, it's just a scouting probe.
So we had to Jean-Luc.
Just a good thing. Just a good thing to have, you know. It's good to use probes to scout. I don't know. Alright. So both players going into a macro game. Just like in the previous 2 games, like they don't seem to be into the cheesy stuff. I mean, Lyra did go for 3 racks in the previous game, so going for some kind of a cheesy push, but yeah, good on Lyra for not committing to that. Because other players would be like, you know, I got scouted, but I make Marauders now, so all I make is Marauders. Make Marauder, go across map, make Marauders, keep printing Marauders. And that would have lost Lyra the game, but Lyra kind of said, alright, I got scouted. Let's transition. Nice block there.
I'm not sure about costing Lyra the game, but yeah, I'm with you, that definitely wouldn't have worked out. At least not as well
it would have
as
put
Lyra
it would have
thought.
put Lyra in the same position as the first game, where you know you're economically behind, you're technologically behind, and you're kind of fighting from a deficit instead of just transitioning into a mid game and you know and going okay, I still have a lot of Marauders. I'm still in a good position, you know. I'm pretty safe against a lot of Protoss stuff. Yeah, I mean you're stuck on 3 racks. It's not a very good strong position to be in if the push that they're meant to generate doesn't happen. Kind of have to quickly transition into something else. If Picur was a bit more aggressive as a retaliation, it would have been worked. But Picur went for Stalker, so it doesn't quite, you know, translate well against Stalkers, against not Stalkers, against Marauders. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, Picur again going with Blink Stalkers.
I will say that you have the option on whether you want to go in and sort of kite around, see if you can get anything done, or just straight up going more cautiously. And Lyra definitely went cautious in that previous game.
Mm-hmm. Do we have bunkers again all over the place for Lyra? Or is Yep, there's the bunker. I was like, yeah. Lyra plays it safe. There's safety tanks, there's bunkers all over the place, there's Vikings scanning the skies. There's like, I'm done with this nonsense. You're not breaking into my base again. Get out of here.
And I think it's especially important to do that on Nightshade, because just look at how much area that is for the Stalkers to come in from.
You have some thick bases over here. Pretty thick bases.
But Lyra
yeah,
is
and it's going to happen
there
again.
There's a little bit of discrepancy towards the north of their base.
But there's a bunker, there's 2 tanks, there's a whole bunch of Marines.
Yeah,
I'm not going to deny the Warp Prism, but... Yeah.
Now, where is that Viking? Ooh, the Viking actually lands. And it is going to take out quite a number of probes. That's 13 kills on that
13
one Viking.
Kills. What?
Mostly all probes.
Yeah.
And now it's just going to be
damn Vikings, man.
Coming back home, trying to deal with this Warp
We
Prism.
got
We do
4
have a
tanks
recall.
here. 4 tanks, and the Warp Prism was about to be deaded by these Marines. Yeah. Solid F in defense from Lyra, while killing a whole bunch of probes.
F in defense?
For Picur. Wow.
A+ in defense, I would say.
One Viking. Goddamn hero Viking.
You see another Viking coming out here, just trying to deal with this Warp Prism. That is absolutely Lyra's #1 priority. Just trying to get down. You shut down the Warp Prism, you shut down this aggression coming out from Picur. But right now, Picur is just ramming on in, takes out 2 tanks, doesn't lose that many Stalkers behind it, and Lyra's pretty well contained right now. This Viking is still not
but
quite in
I don't think
position.
Lyra has a problem being contained
This
here.
Warp Prism.
Alright. Picur is gonna risk it. It's only 1 Viking here, but again, the defenses are still around. There's still tanks. There's still a bunker. There's a nice wall of buildings here, preventing the Stalkers from walking freely. Yeah, Lyra not falling for this nonsense.
But
alright,
will
he's moving forward, getting one of the tanks.
Gets both of the tanks.
Where are the rest of the tanks, though? Where are the rest of the tanks?
Up in the main base. Lyra doesn't want a second blink to come in and ruin everything. Does actually keep the bunker alive. I thought that was going to go down. But it did not. And look at the production
what the hell are these aliens?
Is so insanely all in. These Hellions, I think, therefore, yeah, Blue Flame. Lyra is transitioning into mech, is the answer to that.
Oh. Hellions not the best against Stalkers, and also they exposed the Blue Flame technology right here.
Yeah,
also, I'm not sure. What is this skin? I don't think...
I don't think Blue Flame
is
just
too weird because
relies a lot on the element of surprise.
I'm not sure I've ever seen this Hellion skin.
It's the Tyrador skin, if I'm not wrong. It's got the double nozzle on the front. It's not a very common skin, as a lot of... I know myself, I like using the Special Forces skin, so it's like a trike.
Look at the brazenness of Lyra, just moving the workers just there, just knowing the army is still around.
Like Lyra just saying, I'm the one with the Hellions, I kill the workers, not you.
That tank, no. Don't siege up so close to Stalkers. Yeah, this is actually starting to do a lot of damage. Lyra is, may have overextended there a bit.
Yeah, it was looking so good for so long. The worker advantage is very far in the favor of Lyra right now, but just in the end, too many tanks went down, too many Marines went down.
Yeah, another blink forward, getting a tank. Lyra is not going to make that transition into tank.
Not yet, at any rate. It would be nice if Lyra would be able to sneak these Hellions out, or just rush them out, as, again, Picur is very much all in. Just trying to make them a
this is what Lyra is doing.
But these are 2 tanks in the main base, as well as a bunker. Picur might have just miscalculated their blink here. The Hellions moving across the map, and that is going to be just about the end here of Picur's defense. A couple of Stalkers being warped in right now, but there's just not much of a gas count right now for our purple Protoss player.
The more Picur warps in here, the less Picur will have to warp in at home to defend against the Hellions.
Exactly, and
they do manage to get in. The wall is not a wall. They are going to just kill everything here, and there's nothing to defend. There's no recall as well, because Picur already recalled the Stalkers before. I don't think the cooldown is finished on that.
Just finished, yeah.
Oh, it's just finished.
GG is called.
GG is called. Whew, that looked...
And Lyra, gonna be our... Well, I wouldn't say that they're guaranteed to be out, but the chances are looking very favored there.
Now remember, this is a round robin, so everyone will have to play everybody else. So it's not over yet. But yeah, Lyra with two victories here, two victorious series IA, the plural of series. Yeah, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and it's not. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, and with that, yeah.
Wait, but it was 2-1, not 2-0.
Yeah, it was 2-1.
Lyra and Picur.
Yeah,
it says 2-0 on the.
Oh, I didn't click out yet. God damn it! Thanks, Google. You haven't finished your edit. We do not have a confirmation on your edit. It's like, yes, but
you get to edit the document, but you don't get the title of editor.
This is outrageous.
It's unfair. Something I wanted to say, but I was saving it for now when we're babbling, but I forgot what it was.
Well.
Yeah, so our next series is going to be Picur versus Yoyo.
And we're just going to be jumping on into that.
Wait, no, Picur
as soon as we can.
We already did that.
XenoDactyl. We already did this, yeah.
Yeah. It's Yoyo versus XenoDactyl, not Yoyo versus...
Yeah, I saw Yoyo.
This is...
I saw Yoyo versus whatchamacallit, Protoss. I was like, yes.
So, Yoyo versus XenoDactyl is going to be our next series.
Gonna definitely be quite a bit of a treat. A very cheeky player versus a random player. Let's see if maybe potentially Yoyo able to turn the tables.
Yeah, Yoyo struggled against Picur with a Zerg and a Protoss role. Yoyo is of course a random player, so we don't know what races they're going to be. So we're going to start on Eternal Empire here. Okay, number 1. You know Zeno is cheesy. Let's see what you're gonna get. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Sometimes it might be silica gel.
I never quite understood that saying because you're gonna get chocolate. It's a box of chocolate. You're gonna get chocolate. Of course you know what you're going to get. It's a box of chocolate. It's not like a random box with random things in there.
It is.
It's a box of chocolate.
Well, yeah,
you're gonna get chocolate.
But it's like a sort of chocolate. No, it's like it's one of those quality streets. You never know how many ones that you get.
I know what the reasoning behind it is, but it still sounds kind of stupid.
Well, there's also a deeper meaning behind that because sometimes you don't know whether you get diabetes or not.
I mean, if you eat all the box of chocolates alone, you might. It's a pretty good chance. Yeah. So you kind of know that you're gonna get it. Anyway, we are on Eternal Empire, where XenoDactyl is going to cannon rush Yoyo. So, in the southwest corner of the map, our green Terran, representing all inspiration, is random. Right now, Terran. Give it up for Yoyo. And on the same side of the map.
Okay, so...
Yeah, you're good.
In the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, but also gonna be moving on here down into the bottom left-hand corner of the map. As he did go forge first, we have our yellow Protoss gonna be representing Alpha X, good old team colors. It's XenoDactyl. He's practiced this many times.
Yeah, it's a 3-pylon wall. There's a backup pylon as well. This rush might go better than the one against Lyra.
Potentially, that has been enough time bought here for a Marine to come out, and this might not be enough. No, it was too late. That cannon is going to go up, and that cannon's going to get quite a bit of damage done. Now, you see Yoyo just sort of scrambling along, just trying to deny this. We do see another Marine coming out, and that will clear out one of the cannons, but unfortunately, all of these idle SCVs will now go on to cancel that other cannon.
Is it cancel?
It looked rushed. It looked rough for a while, but now Yoyo will manage to defend.
It's actually pretty good. How was our trade so far in terms of lost units and resources? Yeah, so that did not do a lot of damage. Four SCVs and 1 Marine for all that investment. That's not the best of starts for XenoDactyl, especially since this delays your take for so long. But Xeno is going for a natural, quick natural. Well, say quick. He's got pretty much nothing else, so it's a natural before. Yeah. It's before Gateway, so and Yoyo is going to scout it.
And this is probably the best transition out for XenoDactyl. He knows that whatever he does from this point on will... Whatever he does, whatever he does, whatever he's going to be doing from this point on is going to be just to buy time for that natural base. Whatever he does
So this player is going to do all sorts of deeds.
Yeah. Whatever he's going to be doozing around. He's doozing the thing!
But not a bit dozing around.
Alright, it looks like we are going to be transitioning out into a very standard macro game. XenoDactyl did try to have a bit of a contingency plan, trying to contain Yoyo on one base, but fortunately the man with gun was just a little bit too OP.
Yeah, looks like I'm still waiting for Yoyo to be like in a deficit and then make a comeback. So
just
we can
so
say
you can
that
make the boomerang joke.
That's like a Yoyo came back.
Boomerang.
The Yoyo rolled all the way back. Up, was down. Now it's up. Okay, Yoyo. But it's not happening. Yoyo is playing pretty solidly so far. So the printer extension is going up for XenoDactyl, but it seems to be making more stalkers, so it's probably going to be Blink.
Yeah, it's not very
trying
common to see. No, it's going to be that quick charge coming up once again.
All right. There's no there's a robo facility on the way, so we're going to have a warp prism probably warping into the main. Now these main bases aren't as thick as in other maps. Here on Eternal Empire, so might be a little difficult to sneak up on Yoyo.
But will Yoyo even give XenoDactyl the opportunity to do so? He is going for that bunker push.
Yeah.
Now charge should be about complete by the time this gets up, but yeah, a question you'll have to ask is
Banshee
what
coming
about the bunkers? What are they going to do about the bunkers?
So Banshee coming in, that's gonna help defend against Zealots if it's in the area, if it's not already on the other side of the map.
Yeah, overall a very
depending on the timing of it.
A very versatile unit for this stage of the game, the Banshees are. No matter what, they are going to get damage done, whether it be probe damage,
the block isn't going to come in time. Bunkers are being set up. Tanks are sieged. This cannon is not going to have a nice, wonderful life. The ship battery goes down.
Definitely will. This natural base is going to go down. There's just nothing here for XenoDactyl.
Yeah, look at the army supply on Xeno. It's got nothing. But wait for an immortal to come out, but
there are only 2 gateways that have power right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can make cannons.
He can, but
But Yoyo has siege tanks, so the outrange cannons. It's not.
Aha! But what about high ground vision? That's what the Banshee's for.
Or scan. It's like this one immortal like. Don't
I'm getting scanned.
I'm like, there's like 5 of me. Don't. I wonder if Xeno has the sentry, but I wonder if we could just hallucinate a few more units, just pretend. No, look, I have production.
Production. When you scan it does reveal whether it's hallucinated or not.
Oh, right. I forgot the detection does that.
Yep.
This double Banshee with cloak is going to be the follow-up, and it's just, yeah, Xeno.
What's the anti-air here for XenoDactyl? Not even a cannon in the mineral line. He is just going insanely all in right now with these Zelt chargelets.
The bunker is still up in the in Xeno's natural.
That it is.
With Marines in it.
XenoDactyl actually did not look down on this side of the map. He still
the Banshees!
thinks...
They're gonna get scouted! Still
thinks that it's gonna be...
Did he see the Banshees?
Did see the Banshees, but whether he saw them or not... Yeah, does have the Observer now. Not a lot of anti-air here to capitalize on top of that, though. So these Banshees are just about gonna force XenoDactyl to just throw his army across the map and hope for the best, essentially.
This is gonna be a massacre. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there's the Observer, but there's just one Stalker. They can take him.
Easy, but haha, I have a second Stalker. What do you do now?
But but it's targeting the Banshee with the higher health. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the worker supply right now.
Look at the worker count.
XenoDactyl now trying to bamboozle Yo-Yo, but it's
I mean, it might work. It's charge lots.
Well, it's just way too much bio here. This is the only shot
that
XenoDactyl
on the Raven.
And I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over.
Should see a GG fairly shortly.
I don't see Xeno recovering from this, even with the Warp Prism Immortal Mech. Wait,
but four probes left there though.
they ran all the way to the other side of the map.
And Yo-Yo is gonna be turning this around, taking game number 1.
Bouncing back like a yo-yo. Okay, no, it wasn't in a deficit at any point in the game, so it's not.
Well, not in the game.
It doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. But Yoyo did lose to Picur, so you know. But putting a victory there, putting a map score over there on the maps on the series.
Yeah.
Again, please ignore the where it says match 1, match 2, winners match and stuff. That does not apply.
Yeah, have to work.
This is a round robin. This is a round robin bracket. We have the one bracket set up, and we can't really change it last minute. So bear with us.
Bear down.
We'll just have to remind people every now and again. Yeah. And ourselves, because you know it took me a while to figure out how the bracket even works, like what we're trying to do. Because I'm not the smartest person in the world. And speaking of not the smartest people in the world, if you're a pirate and you want to give your pirate babies hairs on their chests, give them Simulacrum, the baby formula for baby pirates. The CranKy Ducklings and CranKy Ducklings organization does not condone giving alcohol to babies. In the northwest corner of the map, representing Team All Inspiration. Currently up 1 in this best of 3 series. Give it up for our random player, currently Zerg in the green. It's Yo-Yo.
And in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the man who with the plan and will not divert from the plan. That's another forge first. He is gonna be representing Alpha X, sporting them team colors. We have the reverse Parker himself. It is XenoDactyl.
And Yoyo goes pool first, of course, because, you know.
Up against XenoDactyl, yeah. Maybe trying to take that down.
This is there's a song by Corpiclani. It basically goes like, hey, I'm the man with the plan. The plan is to booze as much as I can. I'm pretty sure Xenos is like, the plan is to cannon as much as I can. Oh, if we call the probe.
Times. Yeah, the probe was pretty much stuck there. Could cancel the gateway to get it out, but I'm thinking XenoDactyl's plan is to keep that alive. Just have a little bit of a stronger contain this time. We'll have a photon cannon out and throw us on another cannon behind that.
Yeah, so the cannon rush sort of takes a foothold here. There's a beachhead established for XenoDactyl, but Yoyo did sneak a drone out. Take a ninja fourth base there.
And I can just see the convergence of prongs coming in, Steel. I see it so clearly.
Not sure if XenoDactyl even saw these two Zerglings sneaking out. Because the building was constructing it. I think they managed to sneak out undetected. Zeno it looks like he's walled off at home. He's probably got a cannon there as well. So, actually he doesn't have a cannon. Oh, there's a cannon. So he shouldn't be taking damage here, but, you know. Seems like Yoyo is not done yet. Still has the potential to.
Time.
Yeah. This natural is not going to come up, but it's also, you know, dependent on what XenoDactyl's follow-up is going to be, because these two Zerglings on the low ground in XenoDactyl's natural, they're actually they're coming back. Oh, you're supposed to prevent XenoDactyl from taking a natural.
Well, XenoDactyl's not taking natural for quite some time. Gonna be having to take out these structures as well in order to get down on that map. So Yoyo is not afraid at all about a natural base coming up from XenoDactyl, and very interestingly, gonna be going for a Baneling Nest as a response to this cannon rush, which is not common whatsoever. You typically see roaches instead. This could backfire pretty hard if Yoyo isn't careful with his positioning, if these Banelings eat too many shots before connecting. But I'm actually kind of liking it.
He's messing up enough Zerglings, I think, to distract that. He's getting queens as well. I mean, he's got 3 queens on the high ground here. Getting Zerglings from the... I think that kind of exposes the existence of that hatchery, but that's a bit too late. There's the rush towards the cannons, the banings.
And this is the final...
They're not quite connecting. There we go.
And this is just
going to go for the shield battery in that cannon. I don't know. He is losing a lot, but the queens are still alive. They provide a lot of DPS here.
They're kind of expendable at... maybe not at this stage of the game, but in general, they can be pretty expendable. These queens, with their range, are going to do quite a lot. A couple of shield batteries trying to be thrown down just to keep this cannon alive, but I'm not convinced that it's going to get much done here. And these 3 queens
take that pylon. Gotta focus that pylon. Gotta make sure that Immortal isn't coming out.
Yeah, this one Kuro pylon is
gonna... There we go.
Just about everything up. Depowering it. Oh, we do see the shield battery.
The pylon gets
out quite a bit on this pylon, but it does mean that the cannons
are being healed. The Immortal is going out. Oh, the Immortal was attacking the pylon. The Immortal attacked the pylon. What?
And that is just about the final... Look, that's a power move. That was... Exactly, that was... I'm going out on my own terms, said XenoDactyl.
Yeah,
you're not killing my pylon, I'm killing my pylon.
The Immortal, like, took a... I think that was 2 or 3 shots on that pylon. 2 or 3 shots that didn't go on the queens.
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
It was unfortunate.
And now
so Zeno is going to try and wall off here. Yeah, but Zeno is just going to bust that. Going to bust the first wall. Probably going to be able to bust the upper wall.
Yeah, having just one cannon is not going to be enough to prevent this really low health pylon from going down. Well, low health is in relative to the other buildings that are around.
Yeah. And they're just going to roll onto the next cannon and just open up the way.
Or waddle, if you will.
And Zeno just doesn't have
anything.
Any army
to get the
supply
Robo Bay, just to get a couple of Colossus out. It's looking like that was a Kuro pylon.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the beginning of the end here. I think that the writing is on the wall here, Steel. XenoDactyl showing off those plays that we love to see from him. But Yoyo...
oh, boy.
He's going to be able to really climb out of his
Massacre,
deficit.
XenoDactyl.
Yeah, it's literally 0 workers out now. We do see 1 Zealot. Gonna try to do as much as it can, but again... the writing's just on the wall here. Lings are flooding in, and GG is called.
Yoyo indeed bouncing back.
Wowee. That's just what happens. You know, it's funny. It's not really funny.
Oh, we have Picur in chat, by the way. Hey, Picur.
Hey, Picur, how are we doing?
How do we pronounce Picur? Is it Picur? Is Picur? Picur?
Something like that.
Something like that. In third person, I like that name.
By the way, do ignore the the format that we have on screen right now. There was a bit of a miscommunication, and we thought that the group was going to be GSL style instead of round robin. And yeah, it was a little late to change, so we decided just to have this as a way to refer to.
Yeah, just ignore where it says match 1, match 2, and winners match and losers match. It doesn't matter. Those things don't matter. Only the scores matter. Only the points matter.
That it does. So yeah, we will be casting every single game that we've received in these replays, and our next series is gonna be... No, that doesn't work, because that's okay, I thought that this was gonna be foolproof, but apparently not.
Why?
Because here's the thing about GSL. Here's the thing that can happen in GSL groups that typically doesn't happen in round robin steel. Rematches.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna leave that.
Oh, so it's automatic. So it's automatically rematching the supposed losers. Oh. Yeah. That's not good.
I am gonna be leaving that blank as we go ahead, and our next match will be.
We need a round robin format.
Picur. We could do. Let's take a look. We've done all of the Lyras. No, have we done all of the Lyras? We haven't done all of the Lyras.
No, we still Lyra versus Picur. I believe we did not do. No, wait, we did.
No, we did Lyra. But it's Lyra versus Yoyo we didn't do, and Picur versus XenoDactyl. So we'll go into Picur versus XenoDactyl. Why not?
Yeah. Let's go with the.
Wait, we didn't do that already. PvP. Right? Yeah, we did. Okay, we didn't do that already. Okay.
It's not confusing at all. We're on top of everything. Don't worry.
And we are going to be jumping on into game number 1. Seeing how these two Protoss Titans in this particular group will be facing off. How that'll play out.
We have a solid standard player versus a cheeser. And I'm trying to think another word to describe the XenoDactyl. Cheeser is enough. All right, everyone. Welcome to Purity and/or Industry. We're not sure which. We're on the northern edge of the map, representing Team Alpha X. It is our yellow Protoss, the cheeser himself. It is XenoDactyl. Third greatest name in esports, by the way.
And over here on the around 3 o'clock-ish position of the map, spotting in the roughly 3 o'clock-ish position of the map, we have our purple Protoss. Opposite turn. It is going to be representing Archangel Gaming, one of the greatest names in esports, just because there are so many interpretations of it. We have Jean-Luc Picur.
Alright.
Oh no,
gonna get XenoDactyl again.
Yeah, interestingly enough, this is the second time today that we've seen Purity in Industry. And it is also a XenoDactyl map, so I'm thinking he just sort of likes this map. I can't imagine why.
Oh, good block on the probe on the ramp there by Picur.
And now there's only one to worry about. And this is not the best. It's
actually
leaving himself exposed. Does manage to take it out.
Yeah, only 2 probes can attack that cannon at any given time, so it's
gonna
a rough one.
It's gonna kill at least one probe.
And there's a backup pylon for it as well. Xeno, I believe, doesn't have any probes on this side of the map anymore.
Not
He's sending
yet.
one more. With a gift of minerals. Yeah, this cannon is
just a bit too much health here for this cannon, yeah.
This cannon is gonna be a problem.
Really
okay, Zealot comes up.
And Zealot's are pretty tanky, but is it gonna be tanky enough Barely not going to be able to take that down, but at
Gotta
least
do enough damage.
Will be able to finish that off.
Okay, only loses 4 probes. That's not too bad, but now a zealot is going to be made here. The other probe that comes up.
And this is priority number 1 here for Picur. Good use of the flank here, just trying to get this probe before it can go up. I'm so worried about these areas.
Kill it! This is like the from the 2 towers from the Battle of Helm's Deep. That's the the orc with the torch that's coming to blow up the wall. Let's see, gotta shoot it down. Okay, when the zealot does manage to get rid of that cannon, in between the zealot and the stalker, this zealot that's coming up is not going to be doing damage.
It's not going to be living. Now could get a probe.
And Zeno is probing up, getting a
gas. Probe.
Getting some damage. It's good.
What do we always say, Seal?
Hydrate your hydras, trade your roaches, train your disruptors.
In a mirror matchup, playing catch-up means that you are paying for catch-up. Look, it's a work in progress.
You're paying for ketchup. I don't pay for ketchup. It's supposed to be complimentary.
It's a condiment.
It's a condiment. It's supposed to be complimentary. Stupid. You are paying for ketchup. It's just you're paying for.
It's just part of like the set. Yeah.
It's part of the price of the product. Anyway, let's look at the the units lost tab and see what the overall score of this opening is. 5 probes and a zealot for.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot, and there's also a gateway that's going to be deaded at some point. So. And
I think the important thing to keep in mind is that XenoDactyl has no production up right now. We'll be getting this one gateway up, but without the. Okay,
there's
actually
no
had
wall
a gateway behind that. I'm blind.
It's gonna get us an adept out, and it's cannon. Gotta make sure you don't lose the stalker.
Yeah.
It's a zealot to tank. Yeah, but the adept is gonna be very helpful here.
And actually,
until the zealot dies.
It should be able to clean up the rest of the stalkers here. Good kiting here coming out from Picur. Knows that these stalkers have much superior range.
So low health. Yeah, these stalkers can do a lot of damage here if they kited well. If they are kited well. The immortal is coming out. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's not going to do as much damage as I thought they might.
And Picur just going to be pulling back, pooling resources together once again. And should be able to do pretty well.
I don't quite like it for Picur because, Xeno does have the better tech at the moment. It's got the robotics facilities, making immortals, gonna get a warp prism. Yeah, actually, Xeno is just going to power that damn gateway and start
with a warp prism, yeah. Probably, and then you have double speed. That's not how it actually works, but
I just want it to happen just for the fun of it. But yeah, I don't know. Picur is how are they doing in terms of immortals? Looks like XenoDactyl is up 1. Yeah,
it is for the time being, but did halt the production for the time being just to get this.
Yeah, they get a warp prism.
XenoDactyl will not have the resources to get another one anytime soon, though, as he is interested more in rebuilding. You see XenoDactyl just posturing around, just trying to get rid of this spotter in the Xel'Naga Tower. Picur does go into the main base and does scout everything that has been thrown out. Knows about the warp prism, so postures a couple of stalkers here just to try to prevent that from coming up. But now should be aware of where XenoDactyl's army is. XenoDactyl building up for that final push, and it's very much so do or die. XenoDactyl does want to do damage. He knows that they're both even, but even despite that, still just wants to keep Picur back, just have an advantage.
Again, Picur using those observers really effectively.
Knowledge is definitely power in this case.
And
Picur is the one with the knowledge. You have XenoDactyl.
Yeah, but yeah, the shield batteries are going to be really helpful here, and it doesn't look like XenoDactyl can find a good angle here. Picur now with 2 immortals. Did that adept kill any probes.
It's
What is going on?
Question mark? About one. Alright, gets rid of that gateway, and that does mean less production for Picur, but it also means that it opens up the area of Picur's potential.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Oh, Xeno, sorry, Picur trying to get that warp prism.
Yeah, a little bit too greedy there.
Every time Picur moves in there, it just loses more stalkers.
Yeah, definitely being a little bit greedy, trying to... It's a bit of that bloodlust, just trying to get that warp prism out. XenoDactyl is looking in a pretty good position right now. Did manage to take out a lot of production from Picur, containing him so far on one base. He needs to get he needs to get his expansion after this, but instead he's going up the ramp. And this is looking to be pretty rough.
Have a couple of
there is no Artosis pylon. So Picur is actually looking to be in a very good position. Takes out a lot of the army.
Guardian shield is going to be helpful.
Very good
that
juggling.
sentry, I mean, it could have used that force. I think force field would have been a much better option than.
9 health there on that.
Picur manages to survive here. Keeps all of the immortals alive. Well, XenoDactyl only manages to snipe the
opposite.
Save one.
Sustain. Save.
The opposite of snipe. The opposite of snipe. Save.
Would the opposite of snipe be shotgun?
I meant to say snap or like grab or something. That was like, I don't know.
I feel like the opposite of sniper rifle would be melee weapon of some sort.
Knifed that? No.
Melee.
What was in here for Picur? Just gonna sit around. Xeno trying to angle around. Trying to go in push in again.
Yeah,
now 3 immortals for Picur.
Definitely suspicious about the possibility of Picur going up into a third base even before getting that natural up. So yeah, just trying to once again be a little bit diligent
the warp
there.
in.
Depths are coming in, and this is gonna force the all in. XenoDactyl now pushing in, and there aren't a lot of defensive structures here for XenoDactyl, but I'm thinking his army is looking way too powerful for this. Already we see how the stalker count for XenoDactyl just completely evaporates.
Oh, nice force field there by Xeno, but yeah, the 3 immortals are still alive. I'm not even sure he's gonna need to cancel this base. Okay, the immortal for XenoDactyl goes down.
And
just
this is
muscle
just
his way
rain.
here.
The warp prism
he's not even canceling that 60. Oh, we have game art on. 16 probes die for XenoDactyl. 19 probes die. It's down to 1. It's down to 1 probe. These
depths are still alive for Picur, I want to point out. They've taken out just about every probe. This is the only probe that XenoDactyl has left.
You can't even make anything with it.
I can't even get a pylon out somewhere. Could try to get an assimilator, but yeah, I'm thinking it's too little too late here. And yeah, that warp prism gets taken out. There goes the warp prism, and GG is called. Picur gonna be taking game number 1 in the Best of 3 series.
Yeah, XenoDactyl just not having any luck today with the cannon rushes.
Well, you know, there's luck and then there's resistance.
I mean, you gotta have some luck in terms of cannon rushes, and is up against opponents who seem to be
a little bit of luck.
Like seems to be attentive.
Well, here's the thing though. Cannon rushes aren't something that you do to catch your opponent off guard. It's more of something that you do to just sort of force the micro, really stretch the micro potential of your opponent that early on, and
yeah, but this is also a matter.
Get them flustered and then capitalize on that.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to happen. Picur and Lyra so far.
Oh yeah, they're very solid.
Kind of swatted these these strategies.
Oh yeah, they're very solid. Stonewalling, which yeah, I would argue at that point it's not, you know. You might want to go into something different other than a cannon rush, but it is XenoDactyl, so it is very much so
Xeno gonna Xeno.
Yeah, Xeno gonna Xeno. Well, not necessarily, because last season actually, now that I'm thinking back, XenoDactyl threw in a lot of different strategies in addition to the cannon rush, and even when he cannon rushed, they were always different each time. So far what we're seeing is a lot more of the same, and XenoDactyl hoping that this time it'll be a bit different.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Speaking of Nacho Varga.
Nacho Varga? Oh,
yeah,
right,
he
it's
played
the same
fast.
actor, yeah.
Yeah. Michael Mando. Awesome. Anyway, speaking of awesome, we are on Eternal Empire. We're in the southwest corner of the map. You got the score wrong, Yaku.
I do.
It is our yellow Protoss representing Alpha X, the cannon rusher himself, XenoDactyl.
And in the top right-hand corner of the map, spotting in the top right-hand corner of the map, it is going to be a purple Protoss player getting cannon rusher once again. Going to be representing Archangel Gaming. If he wins this one game, then they're looking to be advancing into the next round. But there's still a little bit that you can do to upset. We have Picur.
Alrighty, let's see what's going on here.
A little bit of variation here
This
coming
is
out from... Yeah, a little
it's a
variation
double
coming out from
gateway wall
XenoDactyl.
thingy.
I like it. I was gonna go into this whole... There are a lot of ways that XenoDactyl can play out a cannon rush. Just because
this is gonna be...
It doesn't have to be a straight up cannon rush.
Yeah, cool. You don't have to. This is gonna be shut down pretty easily.
It is gonna be shut down really far down. But I mean, you know, there was that chance there for XenoDactyl. You could have, you know, there are a lot of things that you can do with a cannon rush, but yeah, apparently this is not
but this is not one of them.
Yeah.
Now there's a nice... Basically, XenoDactyl just built a wall for Picur.
Exactly. And now it's depowered. This game deserves the LP award.
Gonna block it.
But the mineral walking is nicely done here by XenoDactyl. Gonna be able to repower these gateways, or not. But another probe is coming in, or not. And now the Zealot is out on the map. This is. I do not want this to be the way that XenoDactyl leaves today. Steel is what I'm gonna say. I'm hoping XenoDactyl can still pull something off here. Yeah, way too many probes in that.
But the Zealots will be out.
They will. And you know what, Picur? Supply blocked right now. It's gonna take quite a while, even with Chrono Boost, for these other Zealots to be popping out.
No, Picur isn't supply blocked anymore.
Yeah, Picur is supply blocked, that's what I mean. Or was supply blocked. No, but that's what I mean.
By the time you
supply
finish
blocked for so long. No, but that's what I mean. Supply blocked for so long that even with Chrono Boost, it's still going to take a while for these Zealots to come out. But it's not going to matter. The surround with the probes, only 2 probes going down.
I mean, it's gonna be a game of Zealots now. Who can make more Zealots to punch the other person?
Yeah, game of Zealots.
This is why I like casting XenoDactyl. Everything turns into insanity.
Yeah, really nice micro coming out from Picur, and this is why it's going to be even more rough for XenoDactyl, as the Zealots are just sort of trickling into each of these. Every single Zealot coming out from Picur.
They get depowered, and
yeah, Picur not even going to be wasting time. Not even wasting time to take out these gateways. Just going across the map immediately.
And Zeno is going to wall off with a cannon. But that's a lot of Zealots coming out of it. That's 5 Zealots. That can kill a pylon pretty quickly.
It can. They are slow lots for the time being, so it will take a little bit of time to get to this corner of the map. They won't be able to have that charge on top of the cannon. So XenoDactyl does have a bit of time. I just don't think he has the resources behind to make use of it.
I mean, if this is not supply block because he has 0 army supply. It's
definitely one way to utilize it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, these Zealots are still pretty tanky. And again, Picur, I'm liking...
I mean, you can get that you can get the northern pylon without taking shots from the cannon.
It's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it should be taken down, and once that's down, there's just going to be a lot of free reign here, a lot of open air here for these ults to go into, like so. This cannon is going to be targeted, and it's going to go down.
You don't even need to kill the cannon. You can actually go around and just go in to the probes. Yeah, there's an adept,
well, I mean,
but and another cannon. This is just keeping XenoDactyl from building any kind of army force.
Yeah, any kind of anything really.
Well, because it's just getting more and more stalkers. Yeah, even they are going across the map. Adepts are not that good against stalkers.
Yeah, not when it's just one adept versus one stalker. Try to squeeze out a robotics facility. Immortals are definitely can be quite a bit of a help here for XenoDactyl. It's basically his only way of countering these stalkers coming out from Picur. But yeah,
are they going to be enough? Okay, the adepts
be quite enough.
Going to try and shade that's
actually huge.
Yeah, it's very important for XenoDactyl to buy this time, but it's going to lose the adepts.
The adepts are not fast enough to run away.
Pretty much half of his army at this point.
His entire army, pretty much. The other half was in production.
This is going to buy enough time for this shield battery and cannon to go up. Probably not.
Probably not, yeah. Now when there are these very stalkers and they can all one-shot, there's just not the resources for an immortal here for XenoDactyl. And now forcing to pull the boys makes it even rougher.
Yeah, and
Picur is looking to kite and kite and kite.
He's positioned in a nice position here. The mineral walking through the stalker is not going to be enough.
Yeah, I think
actually
the beginning of the end here.
You power everything here. It's another Kuro pylon. Is this? Yeah. GG. Yeah, it's not going to power the robo, but never mind.
And XenoDactyl, no wait, Picur, now with a series score of 2-1, is looking like a favorite to be advancing to the next round in this NA Contender series.
Yeah, so we have so far Picur. No, actually Lyra is still ahead, I think.
Yeah, Lyra is 2-0 at the moment. But this series could change things. We are going into our final match of the evening, Seal, and it could tie these two players up. Yeah.
So we get one of our favorite hype player versus a random player. I'm not sure which I'm rooting for here. This should be fun. We're gonna have Lyra versus Yoyo, Terran versus
Lyra.
Random.
That is what it's
excited.
Gonna be.
I'm excited.
Are you excited?
Please ignore the bracket on the screen. It does not.
It's just a reference for keeping scores up until that point.
Until the last two series. The last two series are not represented by
it's
this.
Just something that we're using for reference.
I mean, if you want spoilers, you can go to the Wikipedia page and for this tournament and see it there. But there is spoiler. It's a spoilery bracket, and these are replay games, replay casts. This is replay cast, so you know there are spoilers there. Be warned. We haven't seen them because we're smart like that. Alright everyone, welcome to the most awesome and gothiest and darkest map in the map pool. So poisonous and dark and dangerous. Nightshade. We're in the southeast corner of the map. Representing Team Gozu, it is our hype pink Terran, Lyra.
And in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is going to be a green Protoss all the way from the land of the Yos. He is going to be our multi-instrumentalist player representing all inspiration as well as in control here. We have Yoyo. Now gonna be spawning in as Protoss.
I thought you were going to do the research and just go figure out which orchestra Yoyoma is playing with right now. Alright, Lyra with the double barracks.
Yeah, that's something that we haven't seen in quite some time. Now Lyra.
What do you mean? We saw it
against a.
We saw it today.
That was
Lyra
a 3-Rex.
played against.
No, that was a 3-Rex.
Yeah. There's the third one coming up. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, I'm
stop
panicking
at 2?
A little bit. I'm panicking a little bit.
It's like peanuts. Why stop at 2?
Good point.
If you only make 2, then it becomes a 2-1, and we don't like that.
Okay, so
cool, people don't like it.
It's not a bad. I mean, you know.
No, actually, it is going to be a
watch.
2-1 apparently.
Well, this Reaper is going to finish up, and we'll see what the follow-up is going to be from Lyra.
It's going to be an expansion, because judging by the amount of resources being banked, there we go. To Reaper expand. It's a 2-1.
Yeah, we see the 2. Now we wait for the 1-1.
Oh, is it going to...
Oh, now managed to get that SCV in the end. Lyra keeping everything alive, and will now be throwing down a bunker in addition to that. Just wants to be making sure that the command center will go up.
It's a pretty risky opening by Lyra, I mean.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Factory
especially well, when you build the command center on the low ground. And we know Lyra wants to be safe, especially in PvT.
I'm thinking they are feeling pretty safe to get that on the low ground. But, you know, I think it's a bit of a trade-off, right? If you build on the high ground, you're not going to be getting the bunker. If you build on the low ground, which generally I would say you should be doing, you throw down the bunker. Especially if you haven't scouted yet, as Lyra is only now going to be getting that scout off to confirm what Yoyo has. 3 stalkers.
Well, the printer extension is coming up.
Yeah, the printer extension is coming up. 3 stalkers can march across the map now to be a bit of a hassle, and again, if Lyra did not have the bunker up, would have been a lot more annoying. But so far, Yoyo is just biding their time. Waiting for the blink to finish
coming up, so we might get another blink into the main base. This again.
Well, this probe is going across the map.
One of those thick bases, thick main bases on this map. Get a lot of that probe.
Yeah, I wanted to scout, but unfortunately,
I don't know if it managed to see anything before it died. It died so fast it didn't even scout anything.
It saw bullets, I can tell you that, Steel.
So, well, you don't exactly see the bullets. Actually, I'm not sure they're technically bullets. Because
that's actually right.
The rifles that the Marines use they're Gauss rifles. They're like Gauss cannons, basically. They're not rifles. That's
they're
the size of
so low.
you know. Yeah.
It's because it's using like air pressure or something like that, or force.
No, Gauss is when you use magnetic. Magnetic railing acceleration. You know.
Yeah, and
magnetically accelerate.
Yeah, and then it like sort of pressures the air around you. Because you're using it's like, you know, if you've ever stood by like a maglev train as it zooms forward.
We don't have that in our country. Nobody has it outside of like Tokyo and
France.
No, they don't have maglev.
Oh, do they not?
They just have really fast. They have bullet trains, but they're not maglev.
Right.
This is a strictly Asian thing. Well, nobody else in the world has that.
Not even Asian. Like I'm pretty sure it's just Japan and some cities in China.
Yeah.
Not every city.
This is gonna waddle in. It's gonna waddle in.
And that could actually get quite a bit of damage.
There's a pullback.
There's a pullback, but nice.
That could have been so worse.
It very much could be
so much worse.
Lyra could very much have retargeted there, but
if Lyra retargeted that to the group that went to the extractor, the assimilator, that would have been like 6 or 7 probes. How many did we lose? How many probes did we lose?
5 in total.
5. Well, for 3 Widow Mines and a Medivac, that's not bad at all for
probes. So
Oh yeah, so that's a bad trade for Lyra.
But it
Getting
was
one
a good
probe
scout.
for each Widow Mine, and
was
lost
a
the
good
Medivac as
scout.
well. Yeah,
But it was a good scout. Might not be
yeah,
a
it
best
was a good
trade,
scout.
but it's still the expected trade.
Oh, but Lyra is salvaging the bunker.
Yeah, Lyra's now trying to posture. There is
Oh,
no
there's
high
no blick on
ground
high
vision
ground.
yet, but here comes the hallucinated Phoenix. These stalkers are looking to get into position, and now they are. Blink
But they are
straight up
Medivacs.
forward.
Lyra can just drop into the main right now.
Well, it's a little bit hard. It's a little bit tougher than elevator prisming in.
Yeah, there are Widow Mines. The tanks are on the ground, on the low ground.
Yeah, but good way
Yeah,
of
this
baiting
is
these,
not going to be
stalkers into tank range.
This is not going to be what we saw with Picur.
Apparently not. I've seen a couple lost medevacs though, unfortunately. Well, okay, we are seeing one lost medevac, unfortunately.
Yeah, to cancel on the third. Kuro is saying that I may be too loud. I mean,
Light okayed us before.
Okay, so that's one point.
today.
Light said the sound balance is okay, but now that I think about it, Light is the worst sound balancer we have in the clan. So I'm not sure why I took his word for it instead of just checking for myself. But you know.
Oh well, what can you do?
I can lean back and just have a,
Yeah.
lean away from the microphone a little bit.
Which is
You
definitely
won't
a
get that.
possibility.
That's you don't need to hear Yaku. It's fine. Light is saying. Thank you, Captain. All right, Thermal Lance is about to finish. So this immortal, not immortal, the other one, the tall stalker,
Tall immortal.
Colossus. The giraffe is going to be a bit the laser giraffe.
Is that the evolution? You go from Dragoon to Immortal to Colossus? Oh.
Yeah.
It's level 1 Dragoon, level 35 thingy. Okay, here comes the charge forward, and does manage to get a lot
the
of
tanks are
out, but
not
there is still
staged.
one of them here, and it is shelling down the rest of the Protoss army. This Bioforce is super vulnerable right now, but it is alive, and that's all that matters right now for
It's
Lyra.
barely alive.
Well, you do see a drop coming up into the natural base, and it is getting a lot of damage done. Takes out the Stalkers, and should be getting a lot of probes behind this as well.
Yeah.
Yoyo being picked apart. I wonder if he was just way too greedy here, expanding to getting a fourth base a little bit too soon.
No, I don't know. I mean, Yoyo did take out a lot of Lyra's army, especially the tanks and the Liberator. So, all in all, it's like I think an even trade because Yoyo still in a good worker count. Still with a good working count, and on 4 bases can recover pretty quickly in terms of worker saturation. Templar Archives is on the way, so we're gonna have Storm.
Yeah, look at that, pretty much
Storm is gonna
already
be
recovered.
Really hype. And Lyra's again
For
ahead
the
in
first
upgrades.
time in a TVP. Yeah, ahead in upgrades, but I think for the first time in a TVP, Lyra did not get to rush the Ghost Academy.
No, Lyra didn't rush the Ghost Academy in all the games. Only one game, I believe. And also, it was kind of in a response to the Disruptors and Archons.
Nah.
I agree with you. It was a very good. It would have been a good decision to go with the Ghosts now because. Oh, actually, Yoyo is just getting Archons, no Storm.
Okay, well, I mean, EMP is still pretty good for that, but there is also a different, another difference in these TVPs compared to the previous ones that Lyra played. This is the first time that Lyra is up against Colossus instead of Disruptor. So that could definitely be a factor into their decision here. And as we do see, focusing on getting those Vikings out, doesn't want to use those
is 4
resources.
Colossi. This is a very small Terran army compared to... I don't think it can take 4 Colossi.
It's small, but it does have potential here, especially if the Colossus get caught
the
off guard
Vikings
here
do
with
get
the
to the,
Vikings. Here comes a blink backwards from Yoyo. Nicely done.
Gonna need to use that high ground to protect the Vikings. Yeah, so Lyra is getting more and more Vikings. We need 4 at a time, and a Ghost Academy, and more barracks. So should be able to, if Yoyo gives Lyra time, Lyra should be having the better composition. Or at least enough to deal with this army. The ghosts aren't ready yet.
Concave. But even still, this is a fantastic concave coming out from Lyra. We do see that the Colossus
The
are
Archons go
shredding
down.
through everything. Archons do go down. The Colossus is still tall, and they are shredding the
But the Colossi are almost all dead.
Exactly, the Vikings are starting to take them out. There are still a couple of Archons that are
Vikings,
still alive.
get out of there.
And this is starting to look a little bit rough for Lyra. For the time being, that was a very costly trait for Yoyo. And as you do see, once again, Lyra, better upgrades, does have the ability to rebuild that army. Yoyo, despite all the resources, just doesn't really have the proper saturation, I want to say, because they definitely have the gateways for it.
Well, these charge lots are going to be rough to deal with. And it looks like Yoyo is going to get into this third base. It's not a planetary, so there's not a lot of firepower in here. These Archons, they might clean out the bio. But more reinforcements are coming in. The boys are being pulled. But Zealots are munching on their backs. This is getting scrappy, but the Liberators are out.
And is Lyra going to be able to save this? This is a lot of exposed industry here. Only 4 Zealots going to be able to be warped in at the moment. So there shouldn't be too much damage. But it is still damage to keep in mind.
Oh, the War Prism is going to go down to Liberators.
Now deliberate siege to deal with the Zealots, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, you want to defend your recipes.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty bad move, actually, but that was actually the correct call. It took out the SCVs without losing any, and
there goes the War Prism.
Split-second decisions, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was the right call, I think.
Yeah. It
absolutely
was.
Already starting 3-3, by the way. Look at that. Yoyo just started 1-1 upgrade.
Exactly.
And this time, next time, Lyra is going to have some ghosts, Liberators with +1 weapons.
And I gotta tell you, Seal, this Protoss army is not is a lot less scary than previously. Although that might just be a personal thing.
Did Yoyo get Storm? Did Yoyo get Storm?
Yoyo did get Storm.
Okay.
But even with
Storm is pretty...
Yeah, Storm is pretty good, but I think it's just a personal thing for me, Seal, just from my own perspective, like playing. I feel like, to me, a Colossus army is going to be a lot scarier than a Disruptor or a High Templar army. But that's just because I'm awful at Vikings, so...
Yeah, and also you can't really split against a Colossus. You just have to tank enough damage and hope that your Vikings can kill them fast enough, or jump on top of them with Marauders if you're Maru, and no one else in the world.
I still, dude.
Oh, Lyra is this drop is I don't know where it's going. It's not attacking this base.
Oh, I think it was an all army. A little bit of missed all army there.
No, they were steamed and they were moving forward, but
yeah, they were steamed and moving forward, but then Lyra had to pull back the rest of the army from the other engagement.
Finding a way to do damage. What if Lyra should have just picked them up and chopped them off at the natural?
Well, yeah, that is technically the right response when you see your opponent's army coming for you, but yeah, I'm thinking the attention was elsewhere. Do you see a concave about to be set up here? This is not where Yoyo wants to go to.
Oh, the army is split. No, but Lyra's split. The army is split.
Is it split or is it in a concave?
Is it surrounding that?
It can actually be both, to be fair. Nice EMPs, but they did not EMP the High Templar.
Storm puppy.
So many storms, and these High Templars still have so much energy. That was so much of the Terran army immediately gonna be taken out right there.
Too confident by overconfident Lyra here, jumping on top of the army.
Yeah, I just wasn't anticipating the storm and the Warp Prism, and now what does Lyra have that can really contest against this? Nice EMP here.
I mean, way better upgrade.
That is accurate, but then again, storms do not care about your upgrades.
Yeah, but as long as you dodge the storm, Lyra should be okay.
And Lyra has actually dodged the storms pretty well. Here we see.
Yeah, there are no more storms anymore in this army. These Archons are about to die.
That'll be about it here for Yoyo's push. Oh, but here comes a reinforcing Zealot wave, and there's nothing that can snipe this War Prism. Making very good use of the Sim City. Lyra is, but.
Yeah, the concussive shells Marauders are also helpful.
Those upgrades.
Yeah,
man,
and remember,
you do not want to underestimate
the
them.
upgrades. Don't forget the upgrades.
Melted. Yeah.
And even then, Zealots are so tanky against this.
Yeah, but even then, they did kind of just melt towards Lyra's forces. That is a testament.
I mean, that's thanks to the kiting, you know, and the concussive shells that slow them down. But look at the lost resources. They're pretty even so far. Yoyo a bit, you know.
Yeah, just a little bit ahead because
lost a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know. Just looking at this, it doesn't seem too far apart. But I mean, the gas count is huge. The gas count is pretty huge, though.
At this stage of the game, it's not the biggest of deals.
But the gas count, though.
Yeah, I know.
It isn't that big a deal, though. Yeah.
Lyra with the better means of production, just pumping out these units, this bio, you give a Terran like a minute and a half, and there's an army coming. Suddenly there's an army.
Yeah, that is the benefit of the Terran macro production.
And Lyra's getting more barracks A, by the way.
Why not? Man with gun, am I right?
Yep.
Alright, we do start to see what could be the final engager on the map. It's all going to be on the micro here. The EMPs weren't quite in range there. That was one ghost that I think Lyra was trying to get the EMP out, but unfortunately sniped a little bit too soon.
Disruptors. Yeah, nice jump on the disruptors with the Marauders.
There's just not much that Yoyo can really do to contest this.
Yeah,
this is a very good surround.
Lyra's game.
Storm coming in from the back, but that's not going to be enough. And Lyra is marching on forward. Still has a very healthy ghost.
The army supply.
Quite a couple of healthy ghosts.
It's a very injured bio army though. And the medivacks are very low on energy.
One good
storm.
Gonna
catch the warpism.
But
there we go.
There we have it.
That was full of High Templars.
Yeah, and that was Yoyo's only shot there, was to try to get that Templar out and try to get rid of the injured Terran army. But as we see again, it wasn't meant to be. Good Marine count there in that army of Lyra. Nicely done. And again, this is why we do hype them up quite a bit. One of the best Terran players that we've managed to cast in NA Contender. Probably the best in NA Contender. Now, when you spread that out to the whole NA scene, you know, you got a little bit overshadowed here, but yeah, it's still definitely an exciting player to watch.
Like I said, our chosen hype player here. But let's see. We don't know what the next matchup is going to be. We don't know. We've seen Lyra has been playing pretty much only TVP so far, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah, now that you mention it, it's only been TVP. It's 2 Protoss players in this group, a random player and a Terran player. So, yeah, we'll see how, if we get a little bit of a change in the game number 2 of our final match. Let's go. I would like some TBT being thrown out here. I think, you know, just because TBZ is TBZ, it's something that a lot of people, myself included, love to watch. I would like to see that out, but, you know, TBT, quite a bit different from PVT or TVP. So, yeah. It'll be cool to see.
Hey! Welcome, everyone, to Everdream. And if you've ever dreamed about a TVT, there's your dream come true. For you. We're in the northeast corner of the map, representing Team Gozu. Currently up 1 in this best of 3 series, and leading this entire group, our pink Terran is Lyra.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we do in fact have our green random player now being rolling Terran. Let's see what they get done in a TVT. They are representing all inspiration as well as in control. We have Yoyo.
Yo. Oh, a proxy coming up. Yoyo has made that barracks on the other side of the map. Lyra is going for a 2-1-1.
All right, double racks versus double racks.
Double racks.
Let's see how this goes. And I'm a little bit worried for Lyra. I think this is a little bit presumptuous for somebody who hasn't scouted what their opponent's race is.
Yeah. maybe that's like their like opening against.
Yeah, against random.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we did say that Lyra does sort of play a more defensive style. Now, whether or not they actually like playing that defensive style or not, that's up to debate. But they are sort of they do sort of lean that way. And double racks in when you're playing versus random, it has the potential to be a very safe build if you build it right.
Right. Milk and cookies and Kerwin coming in just at the right time for the TVT. Kevin is saying this proxy was late from Yoyo.
It is.
Yeah, like I said, we're not sure what Yoyo's expertise is. Yoyo is a random player, of course. Let's remember that. So this may be just a thing like, all right, every time I get TVT, I'm like, do some nonsense and hope for the best.
I mean, that's what Corky does. So every time I get TVT, and proxy Reaper, and let's go.
I think a lot of random players kind of at some point do that, you know, because as a random player, eventually you end up playing all of the matchups, so you have more to hate. Like every player is like a hated matchup, you know, against their main race.
PvZ.
But here, so far they're trading like Reaper for Reaper.
Yeah, so far this is quite a bit of last mining time coming out from Lyra, but it's kind of negligible.
Yeah.
And Lyra's actually continuing to pump out Reapers behind this. This is...
serious damage, yeah. No one doing serious damage so far. And both expanding... actually, Lyra expanding way earlier than Yoyo.
Yeah, Lyra wasn't too committed to the Reapers. Yoyo, on the other hand, very much so. I like the bunker. It's going to be able to basically cover all the ground. Yeah.
Lyra... The new steel frame, of players. the new steel frame of Terrans.
Oh, are you getting some deja vu?
Oh, hello.
Deja vu, Steel. Hello. I believe you did cast a game that was like this.
Drop.
I don't remember if it was GPO or another tournament, but I believe you did cast something like this.
Oh, it's supply block. Yo, it's supply block. Oh, this is so painful. Oh. When you have like your barracks, they're sneaking around. They can get scouted at any second. You know, like get the Marines out there, and then a supply block.
And as many as quickly as we can.
Well, there's a cyclone coming up. Lyra does have a lot of Marines here, and a couple of Reapers as well, who do quite a lot of damage against units.
That they do.
Not
quite in the position, though. This should be the right place. Yep, and Lyra will get a good Eiffel here. Eiffel, not Eiffel.
Eiffel Tower. that's a scanning tower. A sensor tower. An Eiffel Tower. That's such a stupid joke. And speaking of stupid jokes, yeah, these Marines are not going to get damage here.
How dare you call man with gun a joke?
It was fun, but yeah, no, it wasn't enough Marines to get it, and Lyra was on top of the defense. Lyra is just in such a better position. Yoyo doesn't even have any barracks at home, does they?
No, it's only now throwing down a couple more just in case these barracks do in fact go down. And Yoyo not lifting this second barracks, still letting it
a ninja base in the northwest with a proxy starport. I like it. Gonna be Banshee with cloak. Gonna catch Lyra quite by surprise. Did Lyra get any NG base?
No,
I don't believe they did. And there are no scans available. But there's a Raven.
For the time being, but yeah,
it's fine. So relax, everyone. There's a Raven.
Calm.
Stay calm. There's a Raven. There's a Cyclone. Things are gonna be fine. The Raven is just turning around in place and in the air, just doing like somersaults.
Barrel rolls.
This is also. I've never seen this skin on a Raven, by the way. It's got these like
Tyranor question mark?
Like leopards, tiger stripes type of thing going on.
Hashtag pimp my Raven. And so you can pimp my Raven. Here comes the Banshee. You're already going to be getting a couple of kills. But again, as we were saying, the Raven is going to be enough detection. The Cyclone is going to be enough damage. And yeah, Yoyo is doing everything that they can right now to basically buy time. They have the ninja base. They are ahead economically. But it's still going to take a little while before they can able to make use of that. So I'm liking what they're doing right now, just buying as much time as possible.
I'm not saying they're economical. Lyra does have a third base already.
Yeah, but it's not
being prepared. No, it's been made into an orbital command.
Yeah, but it's not position.
The gigantic army of Lyra is moving out on the map.
And that is what
the
Lyra
Raven is shutting down.
Yeah.
What is that? Another Banshee? I think it killed the Cyclone though.
Banshee.
I think it killed the Cyclone.
Yeah, apparently. We'll be getting your repairs in order. Another Banshee being thrown over Lyra's way.
Oh, the Raven is out of position. There's a scan though, but there's nothing to shoot. So I'm gonna take a bit more down. Oh, this is a medevac with full of Marines. Gonna be taking care of that.
And stim, so they can kite this, or not kite, sorry, starter step this Banshee very well. Lyra looking for a third base, doesn't quite see it. So there's a couple of alarm bells should be ringing in their head right now. It's gonna be thinking either you got a base at a different location, or you don't have much of an army, or you're turtling up. So it's important that Lyra confirms this.
Oh, there's investment risks.
But
the timing is a bit off.
Time? Just a little bit off, but there are enough tanks here to shell down that
tank. It's enough time to set up the tanks for Lyra, and the workers are being pulled by Yoyo, so gonna lose quite a few of them.
That's a dead tank if I've ever seen one. Lyra now, again, just being so careful, doesn't want to run up the ramp into another tank or anything.
Yeah.
So just making sure their affairs are in order back at home.
Signing the will, making sure their insurance is up to date.
Yeah.
Getting their booster shots. Yeah, this is gonna be rough for Yoyo to hold. The ninja base is not going to be much of a factor here.
Well, it's his final. It's the one thing that he's got going for him. Let me put it that way.
I mean, if Yoyo was still making banshees from that. Oh, there he goes. A banshee is being made, so it's fine. I
am worried that
something
no SCVs are being made there, and no mules are being used
to do some counter damage. Yeah, that's.
All right,
this siege is not going to be a break.
Yoyo. A lot of Marines
Workers
coming
are being
out. Pretty
pulled.
good spread, but at the end of the day, there is enough of a buffer here for Yoyo.
And remember, Lyra is up in upgrades.
Shell them down. GG is
called.
Have it. And with that, Lyra is going to be advancing to the round of 16 in this NA Contender 2020 Season 3. Picur will be the other player to do so.
Lyra having dropped one map in this entire tournament.
Yeah, and that was because of a very cheeky sort of rush coming out from Picur.
Yeah, that one blink stalker, the stalker blink into the high ground of the base, which did a lot of damage.
So in conclusion,
Light wants you to put the Liquipedia bracket on,
right?
Screen, which is just probably going to be.
Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one.
More understandable than than what we have.
Can check out the other groups as well in stage.
Stop murdering children behind you.
Stage 1. I do whatever I want.
I said chicken. Stop murdering
chickens. Yeah. I do what I want when I want,
including eating babies.
Well, I don't really want to do
Please
that.
Don't. The CranKy organization does not condone eating babies.
This is going to take a little bit of finessing to get around. But anyway, in conclusion, Snow, Steel.
Mm.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. I was hoping to buy time for you to do the bracket while I'm babbling, but you wouldn't shut up. So
browser source.
you just kept nervously talking.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had some nice hype players. I like this group. I really like this group. We got lucky.
Yeah. Well,
we
did
casted one of the best.
We did kind of choose this group, but we got lucky that it was. We got lucky that it was whatchamacallit.
It lived up to expectations.
Exactly.
I mean, I was expecting XenoDactyl to do better though. I mean, I wasn't expecting the other players to be just so solid in their defenses against the dark arts of XenoDactyl. He usually has a lot more success in this. Again,
and I think it really did come down to the fact that he did try to go for these straight up cannon rushes multiple times in a row, whereas in the previous season, when we looked at XenoDactyl, he was still a very cheesy player, but he had a lot of variety in that cheese. He could really catch his opponent off guard. His micro was on point, and yeah, it's a little bit disappointing to see this time, but you know, ups and downs.
Yeah. Still the third greatest name in esports. XenoDactyl. So he's got that going for him. Light is saying you can interact with the Wikipedia source to scroll down.
I gave up. I tell you, I gave up, so I deleted that browser source.
Yeah, our apologies for the bracket. We weren't well informed about the format, and didn't have anything set up in advance. So Lyra and Picur are advancing. We do have a link in chat for the bracket, so you can look at it now because the games are over. There are no need for spoilers anymore. Light is telling us to look at the other groups and so we can choose which one we want to cast.
He said we can take a look at that. We can. He said we can talk about them.
I mean,
but
we got the players are going to be shuffled a bit.
Yeah, we do
from
not.
This point on.
Yeah, we don't actually have our group. What's gonna happen? No, we do have group stage 2, as it was already updated.
So let's.
We won't discuss it here.
Fair enough. So you do not want to talk about the groups. You don't want to.
No, I want to talk about the groups. I want to talk about the groups. I want to hype them up. I don't want to pick favorites.
Oh, okay. I have a favorite though. I want to go with Lyra. We like Lyra.
But reality, though.
Yeah, reality. I really like reality as well. And Picur, man, you know, kind of captured our heart today. Laughing Games as well. Laughing Games is pretty hype.
Yeah, they did do pretty well in that previous season of NA Contender, but it is still quite a ways to go.
Last season?
It was Lightning.
Are they playing?
No.
This time, I don't see them in the thingy.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that Lightning did also advance and come ineligible. Did not strike twice. No, that's struck harder is what I mean.
No, I don't think they participated at all.
No, it's also I'm not sure about the actual, what.
Or maybe they get seeded into the playoffs, possibly.
No. What I was gonna say is it's possible that Lightning did also promote and did make himself ineligible for NA Contender Season 3. As it's up to 5.2k MMR, I'm pretty sure NA Contender is. So along those lines, but in conclusion, we better not see Lyra as the last pick for next Spicy League.
Yeah. NA scene, gotta start wising up a little bit. Get a pretty hype Terran coming up here.
And
we saw them first. They're ours. They're our hype player. Yeah, but we'll see. It's also. I mean, also the Group D is also kind of. I want to say balanced, but you know, at least there's a Zerg, a Terran, and 2 Protosay, and not just 3 Protosay. And last surprise, who's going to be really annoyed, I think, that group. Is that also round robin, or is that like?
It's probably still going to be round robin. It'll be weird.
It's round robin.
I
can see 6. I can see 6 lines on the thing.
I can see 6 lines.
6 lines on the bracket, and then you know when you have the show bracket, you know, the detailed bracket has 6 matches on the docket, so it's going to be round robin.
And do stay tuned for that. We unfortunately will not be able to cover all of these groups as we are kind of stretched thin as it is, but we will be covering one of these groups next week.
Yeah, I know. I know Crichton is covering one of them tomorrow.
There you go.
Because I have his schedule here on the thing.
Right.
Actually, is he? Yeah, NA Operating Season 3, Group A. Yeah, Crichton will be covering Group A.
Crichton's doing NA Apprentice.
Oh, it's Apprentice, not Contender.
Yep.
No, but I'm pretty sure it said Contender. I have so many StarCraft schedules on every... I get
on
so
every
confused.
Google Calendar, it's just stacking up.
Okay, so okay, we'll cast one of the groups. We're not sure which. We haven't decided. It hasn't been decided, except it's going to be Group D.
So
if I'm casting it, I'm not sure I'm going to cast it. That's actually I'm pretty sure I'm not going to cast it next week because I can't be here next week. But yeah.
But
so maybe I shouldn't be making this decision.
It's good that we have that all cleared up. Tune in for us next week when we do eventually cast that. And as a reminder, the Master Swan Open is going to be happening tomorrow on this channel. !MSO, I'm pretty sure, in chat. And you will get a challenge link. This is open to anyone from any region under the MMR of 4.9k. So sign up for that. Enjoy that.
Yep.
And
it'll be hype.
Will be pretty hype.
Yeah.
And with that, do we have anything else, Steel?
Oh,
right, use Maturino. We didn't mention Maturino at all.
Link.
Oy vey.
Maturino. I keep forgetting about the Maturino links.
So did I.
I put it in chat. If you want to support these players, go ahead and go to the link, input the code 2020 Contender 3. That's 2020 Contender 3, and that will add $1.50 for the prize pool at no monetary cost to yourselves. And if you want to add money with monetary cost to yourselves, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Also, check out our Patreon page if you want to support just generally the CranKy Ducklings endeavors. Consider subscribing to our CranKy Ducklings channel as well, with all the privileges of getting, replays packs from our many tournaments, access to a subscriber-only channel on Discord, which is hype and kind of perverted. I don't know. It's going downhill recently, but I don't know if you're into that. Go and join us. Yeah, I've been Steelmold, still like the metal mold, like the thing you put the metal in so that it retains its shape when it cools down. You can find me at Twitter at Steel_mold. That's Steel_mold. And you can find Yaku at Emperor Yakuzaku. I'm not letting Yaku do his own intro because he always ruins it. He always says someone else. It's annoying. So I'm cutting him off. You can and also at Yakuzaku1 on Twitch.
And promotion.
Because he's the one. He's the one. He's not the second.
Yeah, I'm not the 45. I'm the one.
Yeah, and we've been the CranKy Ducklings, and come join us tomorrow for Master Swan Open.
Bye.
And, Bye.